My number is 214.
You got a number to give me?
I got you. Yeah, no, somebody got no sweat. But the reason why I wanted to ask you is because we're being murdered all over the country. And the thing about it is that it seems that at this point, Black lives doesn't matter. I'm from the ISUPK, Canada, Commander General Johanna 125th Ward, West Harlem, New York.
ISUPK.
All I'm going to tell you, man, if you want to stay plugged in and tuned in, make sure you subscribe to ISUPK on YouTube. A lot of powerful information will be coming out this summer, and you want to stay tuned in. The minute they drop it, it's coming right to you, baby, as soon as you subscribe. So make sure you handle that business and subscribe to ISUPK.
You already knew you was coming and you showed up anyway. You're going to fill up the round of applause. I think Delano would be so proud. I think Jamal would be so proud to know that their deaths are not in vain. That they have brought the people in Minnesota together to stand for freedom, justice, and equality, and we must continue to do so. Thank you all so much. Blessings to you. Please keep fighting, y'all. We need you. We need you. We need you. We need you. Thank you. God bless you.
My number is 214.
You got a number to give me?
I got you. Yeah, no, somebody got no sweat. But the reason why I wanted to ask you is because we're being murdered all over the country. And the thing about it is that it seems that at this point, Black lives doesn't matter. I'm from the ISUPK, Canada, Commander General.
To stand for freedom, justice, and equality, and we must continue to do so. Thank you all so much. Blessings to you. Please keep fighting, y'all. We need you. We need you. We need you. We need you. Thank you. God bless you.
My number is 214.
You got a number to give me?
I got you. Yeah, no, somebody got no sweat. But the reason why I wanted to ask you is because we're being murdered all over the country. And the thing about it is that it seems that at this point, Black lives doesn't matter. I'm from the ISUPK, Canada, Commander General Johanna 125th Ward, West Harlem, New York. And you know we've been established since 1969.
Bring a number or leave a number because you don't hear a minute.
Hey, Spike, first of all, once I take it, this is all I got to do. This is real right now.
Quietly by themselves. And so we have an opportunity for you to do anonymous grief counseling. And we just want to make sure that you guys knew that was available. The information is out here. Sometimes
My name's Officer Kanaya.
And what's your organization again?
I'm from the ISUPK, off of 125th Ward, West Harlem, New York, under Commander General Johanna. We've been established since 1969. We're all around the country and we're outside of the country.
Okay, what are you trying to get done?
What we're trying to get done today is we want the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans to repent for their sins. Blacks have been loving America for over 450 years, and we're still being murdered in the streets. You understand what I'm saying? So we want the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans to gather themselves back together once again to keep the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High.
Who's killing the blacks in the streets?
The police, of course, the so-called white man, has been killing the blacks from the beginning of time since we've been here.
Well, hang on. I mean, you can't deny the fact that there have been some officers who killed black people, but not by the same numbers of black people killing black people.
That's
not
right.
Even close.
Right. But what you got to understand is when a black person kills a black person, that's a crime. They're from the same nation. But when a person from another nation kills a person from a we have our own nation as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and we are being picked off systematically and murdered by other nations in the United States of America.
But the message from the Attorney General today was that we're all one nation.
But it ain't
that's always been the message, is that we're one nation. But the problem is we're not one nation. We've been here for 450 years loving the white man, and we're not equal yet. There's no such thing as equality in America. Never has been, never will be. So at this point, there's nothing else that we can do but separate so that we can protect our women and kids. For instance, right, the so-called white man has a Navy and an Army. He has nuclear bombs and everything to protect his women and kids. So do the Arabs, the so-called Jewish man, and everybody else. But the so-called black man has no army of his own. You understand what I'm saying? To protect his women and kids.
The commander-in-chief is a black man.
The commander-in-chief, but who does he answer to? At the end of the day, when you go up far enough in America, we know that the white man rules the world. Now, my question is this. For instance, the cops that were killed just recently, right? There were over five cops killed, wasn't it? Or at least 5 cops killed, 7 injured, right? The man that killed those cops, he wasn't a gangster. This so-called black man was a man who served in the military, and he loved his country. He loved the white man, but what happened is one day he woke up and found out that his country didn't love him and didn't love his people, and he lost his mind. He didn't know what to do, and he started attacking police officers. At the ISUPK, we don't condone the murder of nobody. But what we do say is that we need to separate and realize that everything is not equal. Because as long as we keep that mentality, we'll continue to die in these streets.
Amen.
There you go. All right. Anything else?
Yeah, and you can find us at isupk.com, on YouTube, or you can Google us. We got free classes on Thursdays at the North Regional Library upstairs at noon. We got free classes on Skype and online Tuesday through Friday. isupk.com under Commander General Yohana. We're not affiliated with any other Hebrew Israelite group, camp, or organization. Thank you for your time.
Be well.
Shalom Israel, Roundtable of Truth interviews, you know what I'm saying? And today, got a very special interview, the water, if I could, General Muhammad, you know what I'm saying? Bless us with his presence right now. So first off, I want to say, General, how you doing so far?
I'm outstanding. How are you doing?
Kawakasa, I'm too wild, sir.
Good to be here.
Kawakasa.
What can I do for you?
Kawakasa. So first off, I just want to say, you can talk about the New York cookout, what we got going on?
Listen, let me tell you something, man. So many years back when I was young in the truth, like I remember coming to a cookout in New York every year, brother. And I thank the Most High that this school is still here. We endured so much, so many attacks, so many vicious enemies with their hearts full of hate towards the Israelite school of UPK, what Commander General Ayana has built up. And yet here we are. So here we are again, brother, in Harlem, having the New York cookout, man, with so many brothers and sisters able to come here and enjoy not only food, not only drink, but something that is extremely delightful to be able to enjoy each other. Here in New York, we're able to be with one another. There's nothing greater than that. There's nothing greater than one another. We come together every year in New York, as well as other cities throughout the country now, but this was the first one. The New York cookout was the first cookout that the Israelite School of UPK ever had annually, and we're still having it today, and we're doing it for each other. You understand?
Sir. And that's heavy, but goes to my point about, I want to talk with you today about perseverance.
Okay.
Because that's something that Black people, Hispanics don't really have. we think we have a grasp of it. You know, I'm rich. I persevered through the hood. Now I can live in Beverly Hills. But it's something different with our brothers in the truth, and he stays in the hood, sir. If I could, if you could expound on about how to have perseverance and staying where you are.
Okay, the problem with perseverance, right? Perseverance comes against human nature, right? Human nature, if I feel pain, I'm sorry. If I feel pain, I stop. Right? If I put my hand in fire and it hurts, I pull my hand out. If I'm hungry, I find some way to eat. Right? To persevere, you have to continue in the thing that is hurting you. You have to keep doing it because you have to realize that there is great gain in the pain. So if I'm in Harlem, I get enough money, I'm leaving because of the pain of being in Harlem, the pain of being in Brooklyn, the pain of being in Mississippi, the pain of being in Alabama in Black and Hispanic neighborhoods. There's pain, suffering there. Well, the minute I can leave that suffering, I will, unless I realize there's a greater gain later. You understand? That's the key to perseverance. You forego temporary pleasure that is for today, and you trade that for pleasure that is tomorrow. And that's how anyone does anything. How do you get through college? You suffer. You go hungry. You work odd jobs so you can afford to pay books, knowing that I could just drop out, right? But I forego the temporary pleasure of dropping out for the day for the college degree to come later. How do you make it to the NBA, to the NFL, to become a champion in anything? I suffer for it. And to persevere, you have to suffer on it. And in One West, the Israelite School of UPK, under commanding General Yohanan, we are experts in suffering. We understand how to do it, and that's why we persevere.
Okay.
You understand?
So that goes to my point, the truth. We're going through the pain now for the kingdom.
You're telling the truth, though. That's how it works. But once again, you're fighting nature to do that. Nature says stop when it hurts. Stop when you get tired. Stop when there's pain. You start arguing with your wife, you break up. She's unhappy with you. She leaves you. Nature says to end pain. Nature doesn't care about pleasure in the future. Remember Esau in the Bible, our enemy, the so-called white man. He came in the house hungry, in his dwelling hungry from hunting. And he traded his birthright for food he could have now. Right now, today. He hated that birthright. Why? Because that birthright was something you got later. You understand? He wants meat in his stomach now. Not something you got to get later. But we can't be like him, who's a pervert. We can't be like our oppressor. We're going to have to be better men. And in the Israelite School of UPK, we raise up better men. I pray you understand.
Sir. And my next question also, it goes into it also about I see it as temporarily pain.
Oh, yeah.
Just going through your mom, the kids, your job. Right now, I'm in the truth. Right now, for as little time as I am, you know what I mean? I understand, listen to generals, captains, officers above me. Pain is something that's probably needed for us to go through.
I mean, if you want to achieve something magnificent, you want to do something that is amazing, it cannot be done without suffering. That goes anything. There's not a thing in this world that is worth doing, worth having, that can be attained without pain. There is not a thing. The kingdom of heaven is that thing. Kingdom of heaven, and when I say kingdom of heaven, a place where blacks and Hispanics are in charge, where we rule the planet Earth. Well, how do we get it if we don't suffer? How do we get it if we don't endure pain? We won't. We won't get it without suffering.
So if I may too, with your grace, my next question, I just want to go into when you came into the truth.
Okay.
I don't know if you spoke about this. I know your class. I watch all your classes about how you were in the past, but how it was when it finally clicked. Like, this is the truth.
When it finally clicked, that's okay. I went through a process, man, because I was in the world. I was just a terrible person. I was a horrible, cold, angry person when I was in the world. Like, I was very violent, very harmful to my community. And so it took a while for me to click. But I remember one day And one day I thought the Lord was going to kill me. I thought he was going to kill me. I remember feeling like not only was he going to kill me, but that I deserved to die. That might have been the day that changed it, because there was plenty of times when I was in the past when I thought this person was going to shoot me, and I would just stay up all night and watch out my window through the blinds. I would go to his house and sit in a car outside of his house because I thought he was going to kill me. This how I would go to his neighborhood with all my friends and try to find him, thinking I need to get him first because he's going to get me. But this time, I didn't feel like I could defend myself because it was against God, and I can't hunt him down. That it was God trying to kill me. I remember specifically thinking, I deserve it. This is not something I can stop with my aggression or my cunning. He was going to kill me, and there was nothing I could do to stop it, and I indeed should die for what I've done. And I believe that was the day that changed me, and I wanted to become someone that did not deserve to die. I wanted to be somebody that deserved to live. And I kind of, from coming to class those few times and seeing the brothers at that time, I think I had been to no classes. I saw the camp on the street. I watched the camp for 2 years. I would just show up every week at camp thinking those are some great brothers, but they could never let me in that group. I thought they would never let me in. That's what I thought. I thought they were going to accept someone like me. For 2 years I did that. Then I remember that day when I thought I was going to die. Thought I deserved it, knew I deserved it, knew I couldn't defend myself, couldn't stop it, couldn't find him first, couldn't hunt him down before he gets to me. And that day I remember thinking, I have to become someone that is worthy of being alive, someone that he needs. That was how it translated to my brain. Like, like anything, if you got a farmer, if you got a man that owns the land, what would make him let you work on his land? I'm a good farmer. I plow, I pick up the trash, I'm there every day. So he's not going to fire me because my employer needs me. And that is how it translated. Like, I'll just make myself necessary to God. I'll just always be around, always help, always show up. And in doing so, maybe he'll see that I have value and he won't put me in jail for 30 years. Or he won't kill me because I'll make myself valuable to God in my service. And that's what changed me.
So, sir, my last question, only if I may, making yourself worthy for the Most High to have the kingdom of heaven. Mm-hmm. So for the brothers who's watching, a lot of brothers who's outside the school that watch every day, what can you tell them? What can they do to make themselves worthy?
You want to think about it not in a way that is magical. Think like any employer. That's it. And Jesus Christ gave those examples in the Bible about a husbandman and a farmer and the owner of land. You want God to need you.
Hey, it's your own little Christ Israel, you know what I'm saying? Roundtable of Truth, you know what I'm saying? And of course, today, I'm accompanied by Officer of 5,000 Kazakh Ahmad. You know what I'm saying? I got the opportunity, I saw him, so I'm gonna go ahead and take it, you know what I'm saying? So first off, sir, you know what I'm saying? I just want to start off, you know what I'm saying, for brothers may not know, you was born in D.C.?
No, I was not born in D.C. I was born in the Midwest, Illinois, you understand?
Okay.
Not too far from Chicago, you understand? And I ended up getting over this side of the country through Esau's military, the white man's military. Mm-hmm. But I'm glad I'm where I am. You know, I'm from 1 West 125th Harlem, New York. That's really where I'm from. That's where we all from when you know the truth.
So yeah, I just want to say, you know what I'm saying? You really a known face in Israel. No. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm trying to get like everybody else. Yeah, Captain Clyde, Captain Zaria, you know, Captain Shock. Them brothers been putting in work, so I'm just trying to follow what I seen them do.
Right, and that's to the point too. You know what I'm saying? It was, even though you was in Esau military doing a lot of work in there, how did it feel from transferring from a white man army to literally a black man army?
Oh, brother, that's an excellent question. It was night and day. I wouldn't even consider what Esau has going on in the army. I think they're playing army. They just white men it's a large militia. They're not an army. They're white men with guns, I came to the UPK, brother, the Lord's Army, and I get to see real discipline, real structure, real order, and most importantly, what I couldn't find in the white man's army, real brotherhood. And so it was night and day. I had to watch my back in Esau military. I couldn't trust anybody I was around. The culture of it is real dysfunctional. It's real dysfunctional, and it's not meant for our people to be in it. It's meant for Esau. He thrives in those type of environments. Black and Hispanic men, we too sincere and too loyal to be in a toxic environment like that. We should be in the Lord's army where, you're not going to get taken advantage of and looked at as weak because you have loyalty and brotherhood. So it's a night and day thing.
What you're saying, sir, is so heavy because in the white man's military, you got these little groups. They do weird stuff like fraternities.
Yeah, that's exactly
like fraternities, sir. So you got to shave your beard.
Yeah.
You got to do these little things. You know what I'm saying? They have an intercourse with all the women in the barracks and all that.
Yes, they are.
And it brought to my mind this UBK. You can never have a character like a white man ever.
That's right.
So everything we do, you know what I'm saying? We hold ourselves to a standard in the eyes of UBK. So I just want to say this. So there's a lot of brothers that's watching that's in the military UBK.
Right.
There's a lot of brothers. So ever since you was one of the trust for Hebrew Academy.
Right.
You was there that day too.
That's right.
And I want to bring out too, all those comments like, y'all ain't gonna do this, y'all ain't gonna do that, y'all scared, y'all can do this for the white man.
Yeah.
Now, what would you say from having structure, how did it change your life?
It changed my life drastically in every way. I think the way I even wake up in the morning is different. It's like I wake up in the morning with a sense of purpose. In the world, brother, I prayed I didn't wake up. That was my life in the world. I pray I didn't wake up, and I look forward to every time I went to sleep because life was hell. And the truth, brother, I'm praying to wake up to get the day started and what else I can do for the day. And, I have a purpose that's greater than myself, and that's helping and fixing my people, God's people. And so, brother, it has given me a sense of purpose unlike anything I've ever done in my life. And that's how I know it's the Lord's work. It's not anything that any man, can boast. It's the Lord's work. And he gave the helm to Commander General Yohana. He's holding it down. Yahweh City, I was shot, up. General Muhammad. That's our protocol, you understand? Again, militant.
You see that?
General came in, y'all, General on deck.
Exactly.
You understand it? That's what we do.
So next question, I want to move toward this now. Okay, will you be in the army now in DC?
The white man's army.
The white man's army.
That's right, no sweat.
You know what I'm saying? So like now the white man's army is literally invading DC.
That's right.
So I just want to say, what's the experience going on? What's it like down there?
So what it is it's a political theater. They're not really there to stop crime because DC doesn't have any worse of a crime problem than any major city. But Donald Trump now has to distract everybody from the fact that he's on the Jeffrey Epstein list as a pedophile and a frequent flyer on the Lolita Express to that island. So, he has to go big to distract everybody. And one thing white people understand, and Donald Trump is very keen on this, is white people's hatred for blacks and Hispanics surpasses everything else. And so when all else fails, let's blame the niggas. These niggas commit a crime. Look what these niggas is doing. Look what these Hispanics is doing. When really, the DC doesn't have a crime problem, again, worse than any other city. What they should do is send a National Guard to profile these white boys so they don't shoot up schools and churches. But they're not doing that because it's not about crime. It's not about law and order. It's about oppressing God's people. And so that's what's going on in DC. They scared to go into the hoods.
Yeah.
You understand? They scared to go into the hoods. You'll see videos here and there where they'll be in little small areas where we at, but they're not really policing the hood. They're scared to go there. So it's not about stopping crime at all. It's just it's a show, it's a distraction.
Right, and also too, because sadly, you got our people thinking we need these FBI agents, we need these CIA agents, we need everybody to clean up our streets.
Right.
But this is what happens when you vote for somebody who's not of our people.
That's right.
Or voting period.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like once again, sir, I just want to bring up the fact that that people that our brothers, we don't understand what the hell is going on at all. I know what you see that, so you could expound.
Absolutely.
When, if a brother could wake up, what should he do? Like, what should he see in his eyes if he can't realize already?
That's an excellent question. And to piggyback over something you said, to the Uncle Toms and the stepping fetches that believe we need the FBI and the ATF and the DEA in our community, you don't understand. Our community is full of crime because of the FBI, because of the DEA, because of the ATF.
Okay.
The United States government is the reason why there's crime in the Black and Hispanic community. And the first thing a brother should wake up and realize is the white man is the devil. That's the first order of business. If he can just put that at the forefront of it, say, you know how Jewish people, they wear, it's called Teflon.
Yeah,
Jewish people, they wear them little boxes right here, the leather straps. Well, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans should figuratively wear Teflon. You understand? I'm not telling y'all go be Jewish.
Exactly.
Don't twist what I'm saying.
Don't do that.
You understand? You should figuratively have a box like the Jewish people have, and in that box should be the white man is the devil. It should be at the forefront of everything you do, because it will dictate how you operate. You can't get high when you understand the white man put this here to make you weak and destroy your people. You can't sleep with prostitutes when you understand he thrives for crime. You can't murder your brother when you understand we have to join together and stand up against oppression. He wants us to hate each other. Right. Understanding the white man is the devil is the first step. It's the first thing. You can't even accept being an Israelite until you understand the white man is the devil. You understand? You got to separate from white Jesus, the religion. So that's the first order of business. The white man is the devil, man. And every Black and Hispanic, Native American, you should say it once a day. It's like medicine. It's like a vitamin, a multivitamin. You know what I'm saying? You wake up and take your multivitamin. You understand? Right after the multivitamin, the white man is the devil. All right, let's start the day off.
Carl, you know, it's so crazy. When I came into the school as a young man, like brothers would tell me, I wake up every day, the white man is the devil the Bible speaks of.
That's
you know
right,
what I'm
brother.
saying? But as I kept coming to class, coming to camp, now I'm teaching class. Now I got orders. Now I'm saying, like, now I know why brothers say that.
Exactly.
Because if you go without one day knowing who your enemy is, you are going to be consumed.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? If not by drugs, if not, you know what I'm saying, by getting unalive.
That's right.
White man.
I'm trying to get like everybody else. Yeah, Captain Quad, Captain Zaria, you know, Captain Shock. Them brothers been putting in work, so you know, I'm just trying to follow.
He parted the Red Sea, and the entire nation of Israel walked out of slavery.
The ISUPK presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026 in Houston, Texas. You do not want to miss this one, Israel. Shalom. It's that time of year. We're going to be in Houston, Texas from April 1st to April 5th, celebrating the Lord's 57th Annual Passover under Commanding General Yohana. Jam-packed, full of events, line dances, fishing, horseback riding, rides for the kids, bounce houses, and the annual lamb slaughter held at the BH Ranch. And it ain't no party like the all-black party, the annual all-black party. 14149 Player Street in Houston, Texas. You know it's gonna be lit. all leading up to Saturday, April 4th, the Lord's 57th annual Passover. You still got time. Go to isupk.com to pay your Passover fee. 18 and over, $200. You do not want to miss the Lord's 57th annual Passover. Houston, Texas. Shalom.
You're a black Marine or a black whatever in the white man's military, that make them want to kill you more. Mm-hmm. Like when they see the uniform on you, they get an extra disdain for you. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't understand why in the hell do you want to fight for them.
Cared enough about your trials and tribulations, the things that you suffered through, and how to get out of that. That's your history. You don't need a white man to have no remembrances for it.
Yeah, man, you chastise the child too hard, oh, you create trauma.
Yeah.
If you don't say nothing to the child, then you making them soft. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't no way for a black man to be right even when he is kidnapped.
White people that's out there that want to help black and Hispanic people, the best thing you can do is just leave us the hell alone.
They are all against you. They all want to destroy you, and the ultimate goal of all of them is to put you back into slavery and subjection.
Real Nigga University in 5, 4, 3, 2, let's get it. 1.
Man, let's do it. We back on the set, round table of truth. Right. Y'all can't get rid of us, man. They can't do it. You know what I'm saying? They tried to take us off the head. Ramawan did what he did in the back scenes, man. Got us right back up. Him and Raj Rob, baddest tech team in the game. Man, I am your host, you know what I'm saying, in here tonight. You know what I'm saying, Captain Marquardt, under Commander Jenny Hanna. We about to get it in on the round table of truth. We also got a special guest in here with us tonight. I'm going to introduce the brother real soon. But before I do that, like always, man, I want to give it up to the nigga God, man, the God of blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. The only true living power. You know what I'm saying? The only God in the earth. You know what I'm saying? Also, with that, I also want to give it up to our King, Yahweh Shah Mashiach, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Right? You know what I'm saying? Of course, we got to give it up to the man with the plan and grinded in his work, you know what I'm saying, for a very long time. You know what I'm saying? None other than Commanding General Yohana. Like always, man, I got to give it up to the man that rock it out with me every week on a consistent basis, man. We just coming back off the road from Naptown, feel like. Man. Feel like, you know, that was one hell of a trip right there. It's up, what? My damn car caught on fire. Literally. Big up to Austin, my yeah, he wouldn't snatch the fire extinguishers off the wall. But the car's gone. I ran that joint, and not I, you know what I'm saying, but me and my team up here in Chicago ran that car into the ground. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? So, man, it's gonna be missed. That vehicle is definitely gonna be missed. I'm just gonna go get another one. You know what I'm saying? Listen, and run that. Y'all know what he do. Officer Lamar Yala. Right. To my left, doing what he do every week. We got Officer Yaradon in the building. Right. And to my far right, head of security up here in Chicago, we got Officer Iwalum in the building. And to my left, the man run a hell of a mean, savage service along with Officer Mariala. We got Officer 1K Mayad in the building. Baddest tech team in the game, doing what they doing, looking like straight up gangsters right now, sitting on the tech board. You know what I'm saying? Definitely would get us followed by the FBI if we took a picture of them right now. Right. You see what I'm saying? We got Officer Ramawan in the building. Officer Raj Karab on his job. Man, we got a special guest in here, join us tonight via video. We got Officer 5000 Kazak Ahmad in the building. He ain't in the building, but he online. You understand? Kazak, where you at, man?
I'm right here, Cap Shalom, Shrek Thumb to all the brothers out there.
Man, y'all look, this brother all over the goddamn internet, man. You understand? Like I'm trying to outwork him. You understand? Me and him was talking on the phone earlier. I said, you don't stop, do you? You just keep. Hey, listen, Kazak love agitating these white people on Facebook.
Hey,
somebody get me right on it.
Looking for it.
Kazak, what's up with you agitating these white people online all day, every day? I get me right.
Man, Cap, listen, I'm telling my entire life before the truth was trying to figure out how I can get these devils to accept me because I thought that was the way to do it. I just thought that was the way of life.
Right.
And I was like Christopher Dorner. I don't remember the Marine cat who went in LA and he snapped when he realized they couldn't accept him. I was right there because I did everything that I thought was the right way. You know, I tried to change how I talk, try to change how I dress. I tried to change everything about me to be acceptable to white people.
Damn.
And I realized through the hard way, there's nothing you can do to get them to like you. So now, when I heard Commander Jinghana say the white man is a devil, it freed me.
Right.
I never liked him anyway. I just thought that was the way you had to be successful. And so hearing the white man is a devil and he's the reason for all of our suffering, it freed me. And I exercise that freedom every day, Cap. So like,
man, look, I see you, man. Look, cause I like to agitate them too, but cause I be outdoing me, you know what I'm saying? I wake up in the morning, man, cause I right on them, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, on a consistent basis, man. This is a very, very powerful brother, man, in the work of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see him do his thing, you know what I'm saying? In the DC camp, you know what I'm saying? Blazing on the streets. Kazak Ahmad, tell us more about yourself and where people could find you, because I know you all over social media, man. But introduce yourself to everybody who don't know the work that you put in.
Man, Most High Christ, I'm a priest and officer of 5,000 Kazak Ahmad. Excuse me, out here in ISUPK, Washington, D.C., under the camp leader, Captain Mashak. And
big shout out to Captain Mashak, man. I called him the Big Dundada, you know what I'm saying? If you ever seen him speak on the street, you'll know why. All right, go ahead, Kazak.
Yep, Kawakan. And so this Captain Mashak has been like a uncle, a father, a big brother to me, and teaching me and raising me up on, you know, just how to get one to do this work, and then two, how to have a true care for the brothers. You know, and it's something that's very important in doing this work. You know, all the stuff I do on the internet, you know, it means nothing if I have no genuine concern or care for the brothers. So Captain Mashak definitely is somebody that taught me that and is still teaching me that. But you can find me on all my platforms and social media platforms, ISUPK Washington, D.C. on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and then my own personal pages at Kazak Ahmad on TikTok and all those good things. You know, I'm nobody, Cap. I'm just trying to keep up. You know what I'm saying?
No, you doing a hell of a job. You definitely somebody in the work of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Now, also too, don't you rock out Let a Hebrew Speak every Monday morning?
Yeah, Wakan, sir.
Tell everybody about that. What about that joint there?
Wakan, yep. If we tune in Monday mornings, 10 o'clock Eastern time to Let a Hebrew Speak. Myself and Officer of 1,000, Masha in Detroit. You understand? We holding it down for General Hazayan. You understand? Masha is my nigga, man. I every time Monday morning, it's be hard for us. And I be like, God damn, it's Monday. And then I get on there with Masha and I be like, oh yeah, I'm good. We gonna rock out. So he, you know, I thank the Lord for Masha rocking and rolling with me on that. And
damn right, Masha. That's a heavy brother there, man. Out the Detroit camp, you know what I'm saying, under Captain Hadar Yala. You know what I'm saying? One thing about Masha, if you ever go to the club with him, you know what I'm saying, brother, you gonna listen. Here's what I would tell you. If you got an auntie or a mother, you know what I'm saying, and you would like for them to just be single for the rest of their life, don't bring Masha. That's right. He's going to talk the draws off of your family members. That's right. Listen to me good. You know, I didn't see him in action. Gotta work out. You know what I'm saying? So big shout out to that brother there, man. You know what I mean? So Kazak, man, we gonna get into it, man. What we going first, man? What we got first?
Wherever you want to go, sir. I definitely I had the brothers pull up that story with that Aunt Jemima in the White House. That was so embarrassing to watch, sir.
Is that what we're going first?
No, we were letting him have the floor for his story.
What you want to go to Jesse first?
Either I'm too wild with either one, Cap. Whatever you want to go.
Whatever y'all doing.
Cap.
Go ahead.
And wait for also word to get it populated, but we are on Big O Live.
We are on Big O. Oh man, big shout out to Big O Live, man. I thought Big O was over, man.
I'm taking that over.
You taking it over?
Come.
Man, big shout out to Officer Warrior, man. Officer Warrior just moved down there to Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? He gonna go down there and get that Cleveland camp ignited again under Captain Hadar Yala, of course. You know what I'm saying? So man, big shout out to that brother, man, and all you know he planned to do down there, man. You know what I mean?
Also, too, if I may, sir.
Get down, because
just to everybody that's watching, make sure you like the stream, share the stream.
That's it.
Let's push this truth. The Lord has allowed us to, excuse me, the Lord has allowed us to do something in the earth that is absolutely unbelievable.
Damn right.
It's absolutely amazing, and it's necessary.
Damn
and
right.
So everybody got to do their part in liking and sharing the stream. Let's push this truth, and this is an excellent podcast. I thought again, it's an honor to be on here with y'all.
Most high praise. Give it up. You know what I'm saying? And listen, man. While we mentioned in the podcast, of course, Passover coming up April 1st. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna be rocking it out, Round Table of Truth, down at the Passover, along with Cross the Line Radio, and along with this brother right here. You know what I'm saying? On Let the Hebrew Speak. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have 3 podcasts in one. You know what I'm saying, on opening day for Passover.
Nice.
I think that the event, we coming on Wednesday night, but what's the morning? Wednesday?
So like I said, that'd be the Passover week kickoff.
The Passover week kickoff.
That's Kazak Ahmad was in charge of trying to transition that from. Hey Kazak, could you give him a little backdrop of why you calling it the kickoff instead of the lamb slaughter?
Absolutely. So this week, so normally we still having the lamb slaughter, but we sort of doing like what we call, I guess, a rebrand.
Right.
So we adding so many more things to the entire lamb slaughter day. So this year it's gonna be like it's called the Passover week kickoff. It's the first day of the entire Passover week of events. And so it's gonna be like a homecoming almost, where we're gonna have carnival rides, archery, fishing, line dancing, the 3-point shootout. I know I'm in charge of it, but I'm gonna enter in it too. I'm gonna see what my J looking like.
Man, we having a 3-point contest.
With a cash prize.
Oh yeah, I'm taking that.
Man, listen, I'm gonna go ahead and start warming up, man. Y'all don't know I had a wicked jump shot back in the day. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna see if I can ignite that thing. Man. Brother seen me in action a couple months ago. Y'all know that thing hit the bottom of the net. You know what I'm saying? Man, let's go and get into it, man. Where we at with it? Raj?
We were in the meeting, and someone said, Reverend Billy Cowles is outside, and he's upset. And Dr. King said, oh, my God, I forgot to tell y'all. I promised his wife, who's supposed to be a great soul food cooker, we'd have our feet on her table at 5:30. Now it's 5:45, and we sit in the meeting. Dr. King said, everybody rush, and get ready in a hurry. Let's go. So I ran down and got to my room. My key wouldn't open my door for some strange reason. The limousine that had been loaned to us, I opened my door. I could touch the limousine. And finally I heard the driver tell Dr.
Where's
King.
the part that
Dr. King.
when he get to talking about him on the balcony? Let's see. Let's skip up to that part. Because unless you wanted it to play, is it a Pacific part?
No, this is one Captain Cesario had. That's why it's because I got a different video. The same brother.
Yeah, this. No, I had the same video. I just on mine. I went straight to the point.
Okay, good.
Talking about the what had happened with Jesse.
Okay.
You get you probably skip forward a little bit.
I'll get my top coat, and I heard this thing say "bow." And I honestly thought someone had thrown a firecracker into the air. And I looked around to rebuke whoever was that stupid. And I heard something, bloop, fell up above my head. And I looked up, and his leg was sticking through the rail. Dr. King only wore one type of sock and one type of shoe. And I knew that was him. I said, oh, my God, they got it. And then I had to run about 50 feet down and back up, and I got to him. And Ralph was holding his head, and Andy was there.
Skip a little forward.
And a guy from
I
Africa
think
who's
this
been
is it
traveling
right
with
here.
us
This is right here.
as
We get to talk about the balcony.
from Africa. We found out later on he was working for the CIA, no, the FBI, working for the FBI. And he'd taken a lot of pictures of Dr. King, and I grabbed him in and threw that and started choking him because the bullet hit Dr. King right here, and it went round and cut his medulla oblongata. And I didn't want people to remember Dr. King with half his face shut off. So the Andy ran and got a towel, and somehow or another they took one more picture after I made him empty that camera, and it shows Dr. King down with a towel on his face. But I'm gonna tell you, I was an expert gunner in World War II. When I ran up on that balcony, and I looked from whence that bullet had to come, the distance of that bullet, and just could feel the wind blowing that day. I said, whomever shot that rifle was one of the best in the world. He shot one bullet. And I believe if Dr. King hadn't moved to go back and get his top coat, the bullet would have hit him between the eyes. The bullet hit him right here.
A little bit.
And but what happened? What happened? People onto the mountaintop, and that didn't bother me, even though I know Jesse got nowhere near him. And then Jesse said, "I held his head in my hand while he died," and that didn't get to me. And then Jesse said, "Look at my shirt," and I looked around, sure enough, and Jesse Jackson's shirt was drenched in blood. And I realized the only way Jesse could have gotten that blood was stooped down on that floor with a remote tape and raked that blood off that floor and put that blood on him. And I went crazy. I really tried to kill Jesse. They grabbed us and all that, but that hurt me so bad.
So you gonna stop it right there. Kazak, you want to say something on this?
I'll go after you, Cap, if that's too wild.
Yeah, man. I mean, this cat right here that was a real heinous move right there. You know what I'm saying? To take this cat's blood. Now again, the ISUPK is not in support of Martin Luther King in no way, shape, form, or fashion.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We look at false prophets and all. But to take a man's blood, you know what I'm saying, to wipe it on your shirt, you know what I'm saying, to try to get some glory from this man's death is totally diabolical. You understand? Like, once again, you know what I'm saying, the scriptures tell you, you know what I'm saying, remember Christ said it's certain of us that's going to go to Christ in these last days, and Christ say, I never knew you. You know what I'm saying? That what a lot of us don't understand is because of leaders like this who have been, this guy been a fraud for a very long time. You understand what I'm saying? Kazak, you want to say something on that?
Yeah, Khan, sir. And
please.
And when we posted the video online, a lot of I would have thought by now, Cap, that the black community, we've had 60 years to realize the civil rights movement has not benefited our people.
Right.
And so I still was shocked to see that I was getting so much pushback from black people that we called out the fact that Jesse Jackson was a traitor and a snake. And you still got black Christians that got online and defended this man as if he was somebody that we should hold in honor and esteem. When this
what was they? If I could, like, can you remember some of the things they were saying in his defense?
They was some cat said I shouldn't speak ill of the dead, and he's dead now, so whatever he did goes to the grave with him. And I told him, I was like, nigga, that's not true at all. What you do when you alive stays here, even when you gone. You understand? That's why you have a legacy. That's what a legacy is.
That's it.
And somebody else was like, he was the reason why you able to get on here and say what you saying now. I was like, nigga, Jesse didn't give me a voice.
Right. Real talk.
You understand? My father is who gave me my voice. You understand? When he had sex with my mother and produced me, Jesse didn't give me no voice.
Damn right. Damn right. Give it up. Give it up. Hey, y'all done?
Yeah, if I could, sir. That, that is the issue when it comes down to the black community, is they have so many people that they romanticize as these great men like Martin Luther King, you know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
And they don't hold accountable what they did in their lifespan. You know what I'm saying? And how much destruction that they cause, you know what I'm saying? No matter what they try to, you know what I'm saying, dress it up to be in this society, because after Martin Luther King died, they did just try to turn him into some kind of martyr. But you gotta understand what this man's legacy was before that bullet got put in.
Man, listen, they turned Martin Luther King into a star of Christianity. You know what I'm saying? After his death, you get my, he became more famous after his death than he was doing it when he was alive. You get my point? And we don't understand is that, you know what I'm saying, this cat's legacy, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, it kept us asleep for just so long, this so-called dream. But nevertheless, this cat, Jesse Jackson, is one of the cats that ran with him. You see what I'm saying? And these cats right here have been false prophets, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to stop, you know what I'm saying, acknowledging and following, you know what I'm saying, men who have done nothing for us. That's why I asked Kazak, like, what was they saying in this cat's defense?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They always want to try to give the civil rights men credit, you know what I'm saying, for anything that we got, when, brother, they need to be discredited. You know what I'm saying? Because they destroyed us more than what we were. And this cat right here was at the helm of a lot of that. We're going to go into it. We're going to play more than just this video to show you how vile this cat is right here. This is not a man to be celebrated. And I didn't see too many, y'all can get me right, I didn't see too many celebrations or anything, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even celebrations, but too much acknowledgement, you know what I'm saying, as far as this cat's death, you know what I'm saying, that you would think. You know, it wasn't too much praise. You know, it was from the Christian side, but for the most part, it's a ton of black people knew, you know what I'm saying, that this cat was off. And this video that we playing right here is showing you how vile of a cat, you know what I'm saying, that he was. Keep playing the video out.
Came back, says no need of prayer, no need of cry, no need of nothing. He is going, it's over with. He's going to glory. And we called the meeting a staff meeting, and Jesse claimed to have been ill. And Abernathy told him, Jesse, go ahead to the room and relax. Jesse had to have run like hell that room into that airport, because he got out of Memphis to Chicago. All us feeling, everybody was still in the motel. Cut the televisions on the next morning. That was Jesse Jackson in Chicago with that same bloody shirt on.
Stop it right there. Yeah, give me right on this one. IG.
Man, Cap, you gotta be like some type of a scumbag to use somebody deaf as a come up.
Yeah.
Like the brother, he illustrated like, okay, his first thought of mine wasn't my brother just died. The first thing that came to his mind once Dr. Martin got killed was, okay, I can use this to put the spotlight on me.
Yeah.
That nigga ran to the airport, got a flight to Chicago, it got on TV with the same bloody t-shirt just so he can paint himself as the next upcoming leader.
Well, if you listen to this cat, you know what I'm saying, too, he said at first he played it off acting like he was real sick. You know what I'm saying? He said he was acting real sick until one of them said, man, just go ahead to your room. He used that as his opportunity to get the hell out of there after, you know what I'm saying, Martin Luther King had just passed. Made sure he had some blood on the shirt. You know what I'm saying? And then made his way. They said by the morning, this cat was in Chicago with the shirt on with the blood. You get my point? Like, once again, like, there's no honor among dishonorable men.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like brothers who get together and do crime together, you know what I'm saying, sell drugs together, or murder or unalive people together, you know what I'm saying? Then you expect this cat that you done these crimes to go into court and to not snitch on you.
Right.
You looking for honor from a man who ain't got no dishonor. You get my point. Then a lot of you cats wonder why when you get locked up for a long time, your so-called best friend, what's the first thing he do when he get locked up? Y'all done?
So so-called best friend, he trying to hit your wife.
Yeah, he trying to hit your woman. You know what I'm saying? And you don't understand. Don't have no honor. Right. So when you look at Jesse Jackson and Martin Luther King and all these cats, these are men that had no honor. And this proof right here that he didn't give two damns about Martin Luther King.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? He used this man's death as an opportunity to try to become the new leader of black people, even the way he talked. All these cats got a special way, you know what I'm saying, when they use their voice. He even tried to talk like Martin Luther King, the way he used his voice. You know, but never really quite had the same effect. You get my point? I mean, it's
100%
diabolical.
right.
Go ahead, play the joint. Go ahead, because you want to say something?
Yeah, if I could, Captain, what you just said was so heavy.
Please.
And this is why I love the UPK, because it brings the Bible to life. And I remember growing up in the church, whenever we was taught about the Sadducees and Pharisees, I always pictured, white men. Everybody in the Bible in the church they make them white.
Right.
And it wasn't to the UPK where when you read about the men that conspired to kill Christ, the Sadducees and Pharisees.
Yeah.
Now I can see exactly who them niggas was. Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton, Martin Luther King. Like these were the men that killed Christ.
That's it. You understand? And the men that killed Christ were the men, if you understand the Bible, right, which Christians don't understand, but if you try to get some good understanding, then you will know that the Sadducees and Pharisees and the publicans, they were in league with the Romans. This is why they was in opposition. They say that Christ's own came up against them. I'm paraphrasing. That wasn't talking about the 12 disciples or the people that rode with Christ. Right. You understand? They're talking about the enemies of Christ, which it was the people, the religious institution of our people at that particular time. Nobody loves you. Got to know when you read that Bible that you're reading about blacks and Hispanics, because there's not another people on earth that love their enemy more than black and Hispanic people. It just ain't. You see what I'm saying? And that we don't understand that love that we have for our enemy, you know what I'm saying, makes us an enemy to the Most High. And this is the reason why it made us so much of an enemy during that time. You know what I'm saying? That black people turned Christ over to the Romans. They went and took, you know what I'm saying, the king of Israel, you know what I'm saying, over to the Roman Empire because they love the Romans, you know what I'm saying, more than they love God. Everybody who do that God talk, man, don't really believe in God, man. Right. You understand? That's why the Bible say those who say, Lord, Lord, you know what I'm saying? All those that say, Lord, Lord, are not going to make it into the kingdom of heaven. Because it's a certain sect of us that our brain don't move past what we see. You know what I'm saying? So what we see, a lot of our people see is they don't be thinking about the Most High. They see white people in power, and to them, white people is God. Right. That's who the Most High is. That's who feeding them. That's who face on that money. And during the time of Rome, the Romans' face was on the money as well. You know, we got the precept to prove. Right. You see what I'm saying? So we so used to worshiping, you know what I'm saying, of people, you know what I'm saying, that are not going to benefit us at all. And so Jesse Jackson, Martin Luther King, all these cats, you know what I'm saying, are the Sadducees and Pharisees reincarnated on the earth. That's right. You understand? Right. That's who these men were. Vile men that the Most High does not respect at all, but you respect them. You understand? But again, they've been bad coaches. No coach would go tell his team, let's go play for the other team. Right. He gonna try to find ways to win. That's what we supposed to be trying to do as black and brown people. We supposed to be trying to find ways to win, not find ways to join the other team so they can keep winning forever and forever. Right. You know, what type of stuff, what sense does that make? My yard?
Hey, Cat, what you're bringing out is so heavy, y'all the one. Because like you said, all over social media, black people are talking about Jesse. You know what I mean? Well, one thing is, it came out, you know what I'm saying, when Dr. King's family, the Freedom Information Act, and they won that lawsuit that the government assassinated the brother. You know what I mean? They said that assets on the ground would not be wearing neckties or bow ties. Like everybody out there had on a necktie, right? Except Jesse Jackson, right? You know what I'm saying? So, and by the government's own tone, he was considered an asset of the ground, and it's theorized, allegedly, that he helped set Dr. King up for the assassination. Right. So it would make sense that if you was in on the plot, you put the blood on your shirt, ran to the airport, and jumped on TV talking about, I held his head in my hands when he died, and then run for president 20 years later.
Man, it's a video, you know what I'm saying, with a cat who was up there with him. I don't know if we could find it or if we have that video where the brothers say, I moved out the way so they can get a clear
that was
shot.
Abernathy.
You understand? Yeah, you know, see if you can find that video as well. Like it was a brother up there that say he moved out the way so the cat can get a clear shot.
Clear shot.
You get my point? And once again, these black people, these the people that our forefathers and foremothers was crying crocodile tears over. A bunch of vile men. You get my point? Go ahead and play the rest of that. Cause you cut in at any time too.
I got that video on my page too, sir.
Yeah, see if you can send that video to the brother as well. Finish playing that one, Raj.
Telling that same lie. I've never respected Jesse since that moment. When they shot Dr. King, a black guy come running around that corner saying, he went that way, he went that way. James Earl Ray no more killed Dr. King, and I killed him. And everybody knew it. He was a Apache set up. And the guy said, went that way, went that way. I said, who went that way? He said, that man ran out that building and dropped the rifle on the sidewalk and jumped in a white Mustang, had a red Alabama tag, and took off. Well, hell, I wasn't worried. That's no car to America look like a Mustang, but a Mustang, a white with red Alabama tag. Where's he going? The police have him like that. And I asked that rifle was left on that sidewalk. That was the rifle that James Earl.
These guys head. You understand? What we got next? Zach, anything else you want to say on this particular video before we move to the next joint?
Yeah, Khan, sir. And this is the spirit of Christianity, just to bring the point home that you said too.
Damn
right.
Right.
It's all about self-glorification.
Yep.
That's what it's all about. That's why the women in the church competing to wear the biggest hats. Like, don't think that this thing, the spirit that was in Jesse Jackson, was not abnormal to Christianity. Like every one of you in the church has the spirit of Jesse Jackson and that same snake and self-gratification spirit. That's why you competing in church to see who had the biggest, who skirt the shortest. You homosexuals, you trying to see who suit is the brightest or whatever the hell y'all doing.
Right.
It's the same thing. You trying to be seen. And that's the whole thing with them shouting and running around, and the whole circus act is this spirit right here. You got to be seen. You got to be at the forefront. So you'll utilize anything and do anything to advance yourself and glorify yourself.
Yeah, a spirit of vanity. Let's go ahead. Let's play the next clip.
The civil rights movement was infiltrated and hijacked by U.S. government.
That's it. That's it. That's it, Bruce. That's it. That's it. That's what Cap just asked for.
Yeah, this is it right here.
Playground in the ground.
You just asked for the one with the brother said he moved out the way.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, play that.
Assets. What you're getting ready to hear is Reverend Billy Kyles slip up and admit his involvement in the assassination of Martin Luther King Jr., another government asset who realized too late as well. Watch this.
King and Kyles, and we spent that last hour together in room 306 at the Lorraine Motel. About 5:45, we walked on the balcony, and he was talking to people in the courtyard. He stood here and I stood there. Only as I moved away, so we could have a clear shot, the shot rang out. Thank you. Turned around and then back on the balcony. Only as I moved away,
He said that on accident.
so we could have a clear shot.
Yeah.
The shot rang out. Thank you. I turned around and then acknowledged him.
Damn. So, Kazak, get me right. Did you get any flack for this video?
Man, they tried to. They was quiet on this one, Cap. This one was damning right here.
Right.
This one, right? I mean, it don't get no more plain than that. He told you. He slipped up. And you could tell in the video too when he said it. His eyes was like, "Oh, damn! What did I just say?" That's what he did.
That's it. So meanwhile, MLK basically had a bunch of government agents, you know what I'm saying, with him the whole time. You know what I'm saying? It goes to show you that the Most High was not with MLK. And I know that's hard to accept, you know what I'm saying? But one thing I love about the truth, you know what I'm saying, is that when you go in that Bible, you find out that so-called dream that he had is not what the Most High ever wanted to happen, us join our enemy.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So when you become a man of dishonor, you know what I'm saying, then you're going to have dishonorable cats around you. You know what I'm saying? So meanwhile, everybody who was standing up there with him on the balcony pretty much set him up. The man just told you he moved out the way so he can get a clear shot.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like this is who your leaders are right here. You understand? Like damn, you know what I'm saying? He ain't have a chance pretty much. You know what I mean? Go ahead, y'all done.
So like it, sir, and you know, it goes to show they still using his legacy. They got him set up, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But they still using his legacy because he bringing up the story because he's using his legacy to fulfill, you know what I'm saying, whatever position he's supposed to be carrying at the moment.
That's
you know
it.
what I'm saying?
That's it. Come on, G.
I mean, that he can't get prosecuted for saying some shit like that. Nothing. Nothing. He just said out loud, I set this nigga up to get killed.
That's
So
it.
nothing happened.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, go ahead, my y'all. You got
Hey, so like a cap, and classically that was the tactic right there of COINTEL, the COINTELPRO program. Because remember, black people, you know, we talk about COINTELPRO and we think it's just us. Well, it started off with the Native American movement, you know what I mean, and then the Mexican migrant movement. Then it came to us, right. So each of those movements prior to us, they sent agents inside of those movements to set up the leaders and the Native. I can't remember I got to watch the documentary again. It's called COINTELPRO 101.
That's it.
Okay. The head of the Native American movements, they all got set up by people around them and unalive. The head of the Mexican migrant movements, they all got set up by people around them and unalived, and all those people around them that set them up turned out to be government agents. So they just it's the same tactic.
Yup.
You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
So that Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, all our leaders, you know what I mean, so-called leaders and all our leaders, the brothers that really were trying, they were all set up by COINTELPRO. The government got rid of all of them.
Man, listen, this is how the white man conquers the earth. You know what I'm saying? Whenever you trying to rise up, gain power, he goes and looks, you know what I'm saying, and see which one amongst you, you know what I'm saying, that he can give a gift to. That's why the scriptures say a gift destroyeth the heart.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Because it's a ton of you cats that can be sold. Anything, you would do anything for money. You understand? Like you got to be able to have some honor, black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man. You can't be just go for any goddamn thing. And these cats right here, they went for anything because they want money, you know what I'm saying? And because they want a position, and really they like Jesse, he wanted this position.
Right.
White man sit down and tell him, man, listen, you're gonna be the new Martin Luther King. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be in charge moving forward. We just need you to step to set him up. You know, right? LeBox said it best. We need you to step to the left. You step to the left and you step to the right. Y'all make sure y'all get out the way. You get what I'm saying? Like this is insanity. Come on, Lamar.
Like the so-called white man, he had to unalive Martin Luther King when they did. At the end of the day, what they did is they made him a martyr for the cause of bringing blacks and whites together.
Right.
Because if he stayed alive, he could have went off, whatever the case may be. They needed to instill the dream of us becoming equal in this nation with the so-called white man in the hearts and the minds of black people, and how best to do that, to have him give the speech and then unalive him right after the fact.
Man, listen, we've been in that dream for what, 60 years, man. White man so diabolical, you know what I'm saying? He didn't have you believing in a dream, right? You know dreams ain't real, right?
Right.
We know that. I don't think we figured that out yet, have we?
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? Give me right on the run one. Please.
He asked Salaki, sir, if I may,
Mhm.
how vital was Jesse Jackson's role or movement? How vital was Jesse Jackson's role movement? Was it as influential to our people as MLK?
I would definitely say so. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna play some more videos, you know what I'm saying, that show that and get a brother to a hand, whoever it was that asked that question. You know what I'm saying? Like Jesse Jackson was definitely a prominent leader, you know what I'm saying, whose impact was super heavy, you know what I'm saying, towards black people. I don't want to get too far ahead, but we got some more videos and clips and I think articles that we're gonna bring out about how vile this brother is. And let me tell you something, it's very important that a ton of us starting to see the light and start to see the truth and stop honoring these cats, you know what I'm saying, that the white man it basically then threw out there and has been a puppet master. You know what I'm saying? Like Jesse's the puppet. You know what I'm saying? The white man is a goddamn puppet master. You see what I'm saying? And it's such a beautiful thing to see a ton of our people wake up and say, well, this cat ain't right. Listen, we in a position right now, all our people we're not going to agree.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't no nation that ever rose to power where everybody in the nation agree.
Right.
You get my point? But whoever was right, they won. And when they won, the whole nation had to get down with the cause.
Right.
And for so-called Blacks, Hispanic, and Native American Indian, no, y'all not going to agree, you know what I'm saying, when y'all hear the truth. You're not going to agree when we tell you Martin Luther King was faulty.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that Jesse Jackson was faulty. You're not going to agree, but who can come up against the truth? Nobody could bring any solid evidence, you know what I'm saying, regarding this man as far as what type of impact that he didn't had on our people, but negative. IG?
To the brother's question, I mean, his impact to this day, we still calling each other the brainwashing of African Americans,
Right.
which is, I mean, just diabolical in itself. So, you know, this brother definitely played a big influence on who we are today as a people.
Mike, I said you can find an article on that when he, I think it was the early 80s or late 70s where he came out and said, moving forward, you know what I'm saying, we will now be called African Americans. Because before that, we wasn't called African Americans. We was called Negro, color, all these different things. Now, how many of y'all can guess, you know what I'm saying, that there was some devil that told him to go out there and say that? See what I'm saying? To say, Mr., you know, go out there and tell the people to call themselves that, which further, you know what I'm saying, took us off the course, because now, you know what I'm saying, we gonna think that we African. We gonna think that we the people, you know what I'm saying, that sold out, we didn't sold ourselves into slavery. The brainwashing that white supremacy has put on us, man, is, brother, on another level. You know what I'm saying? But you can't put the brainwashing on us, you know what I'm saying, unless you find a black face, you know what I'm saying, to fight your white cause. Y'all done?
Sir, I do believe that the brother should read the article about the abortion.
We gonna get to that
before the video. That's all.
Before this one?
Yeah, if we could.
Go ahead. Go ahead, read before you get to this one.
Who's the article? Oh, Salai, I'm waiting for a video. The one that you sent me right here down. Okay, sir. 1 second.
Yeah, it just talks about.
Go ahead. Let everybody go ahead.
It just talks about, you know what I'm saying, like his stance on abortion before and after he ran for political office, leading up to this.
I got you. This is the further answer to brother's question that he just asked, because this is very impactful. You ready, RJ?
Come.
Go ahead.
All through the 1970s, Jesse Jackson firmly and publicly stood on the platform that abortion is racial genocide. It wasn't until he ran for president in 1984 where you seen a complete reversal of his stance to align with the Democratic Party. One could argue that Jesse Jackson had a large influence on the acceptance of abortion in the black community, resulting in the death of millions of black babies.
Good night. I think that answers brother's question to a T. You know what I'm saying? In the 70s, you know what I'm saying, he was against abortion when he ran for office, right? When he ran for office, all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying, that changed. You know what I mean? Again, that's why the Lord say a gift destroy a heart. So because he decided he gonna run for president, he went and changed his stance on our daughters and our mothers, you know what I'm saying, killing their goddamn children, so he could become the president of the United States of America. You get my point? Millions and millions of babies been wiped out. And let me tell you, he was another star of Christianity. You understand? I believe he was a reverend as well. They call him Rev.Jesse Jackson. You know what I'm saying? So that stance that he took, all black preachers took. And then just think about how many of our children, you know what I'm saying? Get me right on this, Zakim. How many of our children have been lost because of these leaders that stood behind this? You understand? Like the worst thing that you could do in the world, you know what I'm saying, is convince our young daughters to commit genocide against their entire race, which they have done. So this cat right here is not somebody, you know what I'm saying, who you should be crying crocodile tears over. You understand? You should be looking at some people, you know what I'm saying, when they go on the damn ground, dirt need to be thrown over the top of their name. Right. He is one of those cats right there. Martin Luther King is one of the cats that they need to be dirt thrown on the top of their name. Because once again, one of the brothers just said it, because of the negative legacy that they left. They didn't leave a legacy like Christ left. Christ left a real legacy. And his legacy was the law, statutes, and commandments. And so they don't ever tell me that these cats right here would roll with Christ or stand with Christ. These cats were enemy to Christ, because Christ would never teach our women to go murder a damn child. You understand? Like what type of satanic, you know what I'm saying, mindset have we didn't had, you know what I'm saying, for all these goddamn years, to where you got men and women that think murdering a damn innocent child is okay. It's because of vile leaders like this. Come on, Lamar.
Come on, God. If I may, like, that goes to show, like, black people, you cannot go into the so-called white man system and think you're going to be able to change it from within. You understand? We always try to join the police force or politics and say, I'm going to do this because I'm going to make a difference from the inside of the system.
That's it.
You understand? But at the end of the day, it's like, if you go into the system to get any type of power or influence to try to make any type of difference, you're going to have to agree to the type of things the system wants it to happen.
Somebody get that scripture for me where it say, my daughters have become cruel. Keep going.
Because like the system was, the so-called United States of America system was created with the founding fathers or whatever to operate in this certain way or shape or form.
That's it.
Just because you join it doesn't mean you're allowed to change it at all.
Right.
Because in their eyes, it's been succeeding for 400 plus years.
That's it.
You're not going to make a difference.
That's
but
it.
if you want power, you're going to have to change yourself. You're not going to change the system.
Damn right. Give it up. Zach, you got anything?
Yeah, Kawakan, sir. And again, this is his legacy. Like, Jesse Jackson is dead, and abortions are going to continue. And Jesse Jackson, you could say single-handedly, was a major influence on black women and the black community becoming accepting of abortions. Because if you go and I did the research on it, all throughout the 70s and prior to that, every black leader, they knew that you couldn't be in charge of the black community, or you couldn't be heard by the black community and promote abortion, because they all knew at that time it was racial genocide. Jesse Jackson, he did an entire article talking about it being racial genocide.
Right.
So for him to switch like that and be so high up, you can say that he was one of the front runners and one of the most influential one to now make abortion acceptable to the black community. And his legacy is the 18 million babies since Roe versus Wade that has been murdered. So he's dead. Our children are still going to die. Our future children are still going to die because of his legacy.
That's it. We got the video of where they were saying Margaret Sanger, how she needed a black face, you know what I'm saying, to push the whole agenda of abortions. I think it's like a video or something on that, you know what I'm saying, which it goes to further prove the point, you know what I'm saying, that white supremacy, they go and find how the white man, this is how the white man works. We don't get it. We don't choose our own leader here in America. He chooses the leader for us. You understand? Like, that's been how he done dealt with us as a people. You know what I'm saying? And we got to start rejecting anytime you see white America endorse somebody black, man, your radar is supposed to go up like crazy. Right. You know what I'm saying? So you supposed to know already off top that if white America is endorsing Barack Obama, then he's of somebody that they ain't gonna do nothing for us. You understand? If white America is behind Martin Luther King celebrating his birthday every year, then you supposed to know off top, this is not a man that we supposed to acknowledge.
Right,
give him a point. Now, the man had a stance where he was against abortion, but the minute he decided he gonna run for president, in order to get to be president, he went and switched his stance. You know what I'm saying? On the unaliving of innocent children. This cat right here is diabolical. Maya, what you holding for?
Khan, I got the scripture and I got the article, sir.
Come on.
All right, so Lamentations chapter 4 and verse 3. Even the sea monsters draw out the breast.
Even the what?
Even the sea monsters draw out the breast.
Even the damn sea monsters in the ocean, you know what I'm saying, know to draw out the breast for their children. They know that their children, you know what I'm saying, need to be nourished. Read.
They give suck to their young ones.
Keep going.
The daughters of my people.
The what?
The daughters of my people.
Who are the daughters of the Lord's people? Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian women. You are the daughters of the Lord's people. You are the daughters of Zion that's mentioned in the Bible. All that African crap that you talking about, that ain't got nothing to do with you. To be a daughter of Zion, according to the Bible, that means you are above every woman on the face of the earth. Read.
The daughters of my people.
The daughter of what?
Of my people.
Read.
It's become cruel.
Become what?
Cruel.
That you hear what the Lord say? You have become cruel. You have become like a damn, you worse than the damn animal that's in the sea. When you believe that it's okay to go ahead and murder a damn child. Now, why do you believe it's okay to go murder a damn child? Because of fraudulent leaders that's teaching you these things.
Right.
You understand? You want to know how a person becomes vile? You want to know how a person becomes wicked? It's because of who their leaders are. That's why all through the Bible, the Lord is against fraudulent leaders. You understand? Because the Lord know a fraudulent leader is going to be the one that damaged the people, man. And because of this cat right here, he didn't damage our whole community by standing behind somebody killing their child. And if you didn't kill the child, this is the time for you to repent. You want to know what repentance is when you live a life, you know what I'm saying, that's been taught to you in a satanic way, to where you doing these things and then you get a change of mind.
Right.
So big up to all them sisters who have repented, came into the truth, and understand if they have, you know what I'm saying, unalived the child, that they won't do it no more.
Right.
Because if you don't repent for what you done done, then the judgment waits at the door for you. These damn Christian niggas sitting in these churches that's teaching you how to serve Satan is going to be the reason why you die from breast cancer or you die from brain cancer, because God is about judgment, man.
Right.
And the Lord said in the Bible, thou shalt not kill. So how in the hell you telling me you serving the Lord when you going and unaliving a baby and ain't giving it? You don't know who this baby is. This baby could be the one that take us out of goddamn slavery. How in the hell would you know? You understand any more on that?
Lie, sir.
Man, goddamn, Mark, what you got?
Hey, come. This is AP News. In the late 1980s, particularly 1988, Rev.Jesse Jackson led a movement to popularize African American as the preferred term for Americans of quote unquote Americans.
Now, before you read that, you got the one on Margaret. Do we find the one on Margaret Singer? What she say, a prominent black leader? Let's see if we can find it. It's a video to where it speaks about the woman who started the damn Planned Parenthood. You know what I'm saying? They said in the video that her own words, we need a black face to push, you know what I'm saying, this in the black community about women, you know what I'm saying, killing they damn children.
So like I said, yeah, she said because if they did it, it'd be looked at as evil. But they need religious leaders.
That's it
to push the abortion and the unaliving of black children in the neighborhood, so our people would accept it.
That's it. You understand? What you was reading?
Well, just how Jesse Jackson came up with the
go ahead.
African American term on us,
please.
So come. 1988, Reverend Jesse Jackson led a movement to popularize African American as the preferred term for Americans of African descent, aiming to replace black and colored. He argued this term provided proper historical and cultural context, boosting dignity and self-esteem.
Yeah, and the reason why we was calling ourselves African in color, because we ain't know who in the hell we were. At least majority of us didn't. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we was calling ourselves these things, because the whole time we didn't been over here. You know what I'm saying? We haven't had our identity. Now, a few of us did know that we was Israelites. Like, you want to know, you know what I'm saying, the exception of the ISUBK, it come, you know what I'm saying, from a brother named Abba Bivens. Abba Bivens was a brother that moved from the South, you know what I'm saying, to New York City and taught the seven heads this truth. You see what I'm saying? But who did he learn it from? He learned it from his parents. And this was a ton, you know what I'm saying, of brothers and sisters who kept, you know what I'm saying, the truth about who black people were here in America.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was other groups that popped up, you know what I'm saying, different places to where they held on to the fact, you know what I'm saying, that we are the children of Israel.
Now, why didn't majority of us know this? Because we was terrorized out of our identity.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Here we are, the Lord's chosen people. You know what I'm saying? And white supremacy was so thorough in stripping of us who we were that we started calling ourselves black, you know what I'm saying, Negro, and all these different terms, you know what I'm saying, which none of those terms is actually who we are. You know what I'm saying? We are the 12 lost tribes of the nation of Israel that lost their identity, you know what I'm saying, namely after 70 AD when the Roman Empire came and took over our damn land. A ton of us ran into Africa. You know what I'm saying? All you got to do is come to get in class and we will show you the archaeology. We will show you the history proving these things. You think we just running around calling ourselves Israelites because we like to do that? We think this is some cool shit to do?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We calling ourselves the children of Israel because we got substantial evidence and overwhelming proof that the Negroes living in America are the real damn Jews, man.
Right.
You understand that Hispanics, you know what I'm saying, are part of the 12 tribes. So-called West Indian people are part of the 12 tribes. That's the reason why majority of people that's in the Western hemisphere in Central, South, and North America, they all walking around with names that their oppressor gave them.
Right.
We are all speaking languages that our oppressor gave us because one of the curses that God put us under was us losing our identity. Now, so because we was lost and because we didn't know who we were, here they took this Uncle Tom nigga and said, you go out there and tell them from now on, you know what I'm saying, that they African Americans, to try to link you up to a people that are not your people, which is one of the most evilest things that you can do. So now this whole time you running around trying to connect yourself to Africa, and there is no connection. Your connection to Africa is that them stinking Africans sold your ancestors during slavery to the so-called white man.
That's
They sat down at the table and sold Israelites, you know what I'm saying, to the goddamn Europeans. Now that's the truth, man. You listen, you ain't got to accept it, but listen, we running out of time, you know what I'm saying, here in America. You better figure out this truth, you know what I'm saying, like a damn Rubik's Cube, quick. You see what I'm saying? Because the Most High is bringing this earth into this planet right here into to the end. You know what I'm saying? Meaning not the earth gonna be here, but as far as white supremacy having this power, all that's gonna be over. And if you want to continue, you know what I'm saying, to be a part of this place, then you're gonna die with these people, man. We doing this to warn you of what time it is, man.
Right.
You any more on that?
A little bit, Cap.
Please. Kazak, you got anything, God?
No, you too out, so that was real heavy.
Most High Christ, where we at next? Please. Look at this. Get me right on it, man.
Oh man, Kevin, if I could,
please.
The fact that we know he's acting and it's comical, like he all into it, emotional, and he sobbing out the mouth.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, he said Obama. This is about Obama. He crying for Obama. Meanwhile,
2 weeks before this,
that was 2 weeks.
It was weeks.
Good night.
It wasn't too far. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, though, RG.
And meanwhile, he said that Obama nuts should be castrated.
That's it.
But now he crying about them.
Right. It was like a week. I wonder if we could check the timeline on that. It was like a week or a month. You know what I'm saying? To where he said, man, he wish he can cut his balls off. You know what I'm saying? But yet now he in the crowd, you know what I'm saying, having big crocodile tears because he know the damn camera is on.
Right. And Cap, the funny thing is, he literally said, I hate Obama.
Right.
He said, I can't stand him.
Right.
And he said, just castrate. He said, I want it. He said, I wish I could cut him off.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And then then Obama win, and now you in the crowd crying.
Go ahead. I just
real quick, Cap. These might be real tears. He might just be hating that Obama is the first color-faced president, and that's not him.
That's it.
That could be it.
That's it. The fact that he even thought that he was going to be president, you know what I'm saying, was a joke in itself. You see what I'm saying? Like the first so-called black president Barack Obama, his father was from Kenya.
Right.
Like white people hate you so much, they went and took a Kenyan and put him in office. When the people of Kenya, you know what I'm saying, ain't come over here in chains and ain't never had the struggle here in America, you know what I'm saying, like we had.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The white supremacy would never, ever, you listen to me good, white supremacy would never, ever make, you know what I'm saying, the bloodline, you know what I'm saying, of the children of Israel a president over their country. Yeah, you can forget about that. Come on, Roman Juan.
Like I got that answer for you. The distance in between him, that video, and saying he was gonna cut his balls off.
Go ahead.
It say Jackson was visibly emotional during Obama's Iowa caucus victory speech on January 3rd, 2008. And this one says on July 6th, 2008. So it's probably about 6 months. Jackson was caught on the hot mic before Fox News interviewing, saying Obama, talking about Obama, talking down to him and about black people, saying they should cut Obama's balls, nuts off. Salaki, they say nuts off.
This y'all leader, black people. Right. You understand? Uncle Jesse.
You talk about it.
Yeah, this dad. Go ahead, Lamar.
I found the video of Margaret Sanger.
Oh, you got it?
That you were looking for.
Go ahead, play that joint.
Is publicly commemorating Black History Month while turning a blind eye to what the organization's very founder remarked about race. That's this week's Speak Out segment. In a series of recent tweets, Planned Parenthood President Dr. Lena Wen praised Black employees and supporters of Planned Parenthood, including one of her predecessors, the organization's former president, Faye Waddleton. But Wen's posts overlooked Planned Parenthood founder Margaret Sanger's writings on race. In her autobiography, Sanger wrote that she spoke at a 1926 Ku Klux Klan rally. She characterized her lecture there as a success.
Stop it right there. Now, you know, you heard that right. She spoke at the Ku Klux Klan. Like, when we be telling y'all these things, man, you know, I know it'd be hard to accept, you know what I'm saying? But if you see a Planned Parenthood, you know what I'm saying, in your community, just know and understand that a woman, you know what I'm saying, who was a part of the Ku Klux Klan is the reason why, you know what I'm saying, you got Planned Parenthood in Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian community.
Right.
So if you was ever wondering, you know what I'm saying, if it was a conspiracy to kill Black children, you ain't got to wonder no more. You understand? Because you hearing it firsthand from another white woman up here with blonde hair. you don't like, but when we tell you the truth, you know what I'm saying, well, believe your slave master.
That's right.
Go ahead, play it, Bree.
Quote, I believed I had accomplished my purpose and that, quote, a dozen invitations to speak to similar groups were proffered. In a 1939 letter to Dr. Clarence Gamble, Singer wrote that to expand her efforts, colored ministers should be hired to help them make their case. Here are her words. Listen to this. The most successful educational approach to the Negro is through a religious appeal. We don't want the word to
right
go
there.
out that
I think I'm ready to stop. The brother's ready to stop the show. Man, I mean, that's the opening line. I mean, I pretty much tell y'all the most successful educational approach to the Negro is through a religious appeal. This goes to show you, you know what I'm saying, right here, that the Christian church, you know what I'm saying, has been set up by white supremacy to destroy the minds of Black people. That's what that statement just means right there. My God.
Hey, Salaki, Cap, if I could.
Please.
Years ago when I first came into True, you know what I'm saying, and I really learned about Margaret Sanger and all that, I made a post on Facebook. I had this sister try to argue me down about Margaret Sanger, sir. You know, and so I quoted that.
Right.
And she said, oh, that's taken out of context. You know, it's easy to take it the wrong way when you put an evil tone on it, but that's not what she wasn't being racist. She wasn't racist, and she wasn't saying that she wanted to exterminate Black people. You taking that out of context.
Well, let's play the rest of the video. Let's determine that for ourselves. Okay.
is through a religious appeal. We don't want the word to go out that we want to exterminate the Negro population. And the minister is the man who can straighten out that idea if it ever occurs to any of their more rebellious members.
Raj Karab, come on.
crazy what this devil said. Sadly, it's true. They know the way to get you and get your mind is through religion. This is why This is why you see 30,000 Christian churches across America. Plus, you know what I'm saying? We have all these churches. You know what I'm saying? It's just we got to realize they disguise this to exterminate us.
And let me tell you something, I'm coming to y'all, Don. If you don't know, Planned Parenthood is always one of the biggest supporters of anybody that's running for president.
Right.
So if Jesse Jackson got up in 84 and changed his stance on abortion, I wonder who was cutting him a check to do that.
Right, sir. Right.
I mean, they don't take rocket science to figure this out, do it? Y'all done?
Just to piggyback on what you're saying, Adawan, if you think about any kind of uprising or rebellion that the black people done had since the late 70s and the 80s, you know what I'm saying? Who you see go out there to try to calm everybody down and try to rile the crowd? You see Jesse Jackson and Rev. Al Sharpton out there doing exactly what she said almost 100 years ago.
Yep. The fact that you Negroes even put Al Sharpton up as a leader, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it just goes to show, you know what I'm saying, that it's a joke.
Yeah, God.
You know, this nigga lost some weight and his head still as big as 2 soccer balls. You know what I'm saying? Show you the Lord was against it.
It's a lot too, sir.
Go ahead, cause
no, my bad. I didn't mean to cut you off, sir.
No, you got to go ahead.
No, and what this is bringing out right here is I got the second part of the video series I'm doing coming out tonight. The civil rights movement was infiltrated, and what she brought out is what white people have known since slavery, that the position of a black Christian pastor is not a position to give black people power. It is on purpose from its inception here in America. The black Christian pastor is put in place to be the arm of propaganda to black people from white people. Like it's the same seat the Romans put the Sadducees and Pharisees in. That seat is there to serve them. It's not there to help us, to lead us to God. And that's exactly why they started the Southern Christian Leadership Conference. It's when they took all these pastors and they put these pastors and had them start showing up to protest and hijack the entire civil rights movement. The civil rights movement didn't start off by niggas wanting to go to school with white people and white water fountains and sitting on the bus with white people. That had nothing to do with that. It started in Chicago with the Pullman workers. And those brothers was just saying, pay us what you owe us.
That's it.
You understand? We work these hours. You're supposed to pay us for these hours. That is what it started off as. And then the Jewish man, I got the whole research too. Everybody online trying to come up against me, Cap, as if the UPK, we not the ultimate scholars. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we just talking out we just talking out our net. The information is available. The Jewish man paid these Christian pastors to come in and subvert the whole movement. And now it turned from pay us what you owe us to now somehow, well, we gotta join together with them. And they know the Christian pastor is the position of compromise to get the black community to accept the white man's propaganda, whatever it may be.
Man, get a brother a hand. And let me tell you something, what you said was so heavy, because you know what I'm saying? And the thing of it is, with these fraudulent leaders, they kind of like overshadow the real leaders. And they've been done so for a very long time. You know what I'm saying? Until 1969. You know what I'm saying? When ISUPK was erected, you know what I'm saying? The then Commander General Hunter came and took the helm. You see what I'm saying? Now, Commander General Hunter can no longer be ignored. You understand? Because what he says, you understand, or whatever the case may be, is coming to pass every day.
That's
right. You know what I'm saying? And what you don't understand is if you don't wake up to this truth, that these preachers, you know what I'm saying, are going to walk you into the graveyard like they already been doing. You know what I'm saying? Like what Kazak was just saying, what he was saying is so on point. Listen to me good, the whole sect of the Christian church, not some of it, but a lot of you think, well, not my church. Yeah, your church too. Right. You get my point. The whole religion of the Christian church, you know what I'm saying, is basically white supremacy. That's what it is. It's the purest form of white supremacy that you can have. You know what I'm saying? And we have accepted, you know what I'm saying, this belief in this white God for far too long. You know, you understand? Now it's time, man. You got look, they ain't had no pushback up against it. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's so important for brothers that's in the ISUBK and for you brothers that's not in here. It's important for you to get in here because Christianity and these fraudulent leaders like Jesse Jackson, it's time for them to start getting some pushback. It's time for them to start get answered on the lies that they've been upholding for a very long time. Don't let the Christian church have more zeal, you know what I'm saying, for a lie than what we have for the truth. And that's what Kazak is telling. Kazak be online ballot them because this is a brother that's full of zeal. And he ain't finna let, you know what I'm saying, some Christians who don't Christians understand the Bible like they understand Chinese arithmetic. You get my point? They don't understand the Bible, man. You get my point? So if they don't understand the Bible, what would make you think, you know what I'm saying, they understand about who they should be following? You understand? When the Bible teaches you who you supposed to be following, and we supposed to be following is men who got some morality, man.
That's right.
Men who keep the Lord's laws, statutes, and commandments. Men who would never ever tell you out of their mouth to go and join, you know what I'm saying, the country and the people that hate you. You know what I'm saying? Like if you teach that garbage, guess what you're gonna have? You're gonna have a bunch of our sons and daughters join the United States military and be sitting over there on some ship right now, ready to, you know what I'm saying, get bombed by Iran. You know, and ready to lose their life for a country that ain't never done nothing for their people, man. This is what happened when you have poor and bad leadership, man.
That's right.
It's time to pick it like sports. You're a losing team, pick a new coach. And it's time for us to pick new leaders in the black community. And that new leader that we need to pick is Commander Jenny Hunter. Why should Commander Jenny Hunter be picked as a new leader? Because he followed the one ultimate leader that we all supposed to follow, which is a black man named Jesus Christ from the tribe of Judah.
That's right.
You understand? Where we at with it?
You want that scripture, sir?
Please.
It's the book out of the Apocrypha, the book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 1 and verse 11.
Go ahead.
In those days went out of Israel wicked men.
What?
Wicked men.
What the Lord say? These men are wicked. Men that's telling you to join your oppressor, you know what I'm saying, and take on their belief system and they hold everything that they about. Read that one more time.
Come
on.
In those days went there out of Israel.
Out of what?
Out of Israel.
What that scripture say? All those that are of Israel, all those that are Israel are not of. Y'all know what I'm saying. Butchering the scripture, but you get the point. You know what I mean? It's a bunch of our people, man, that ain't for us, man. Read on.
Wicked men.
What?
Wicked men.
Read.
Who persuaded many.
Who did what?
Who persuaded many.
Come on.
Saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen.
Make us do what?
Make a covenant with the heathen.
That's what our leaders did in the 60s. You understand, with the whole civil rights bill. You know what I'm saying? They went and made a covenant, you know what I'm saying, with white supremacy. And according to the scripture we reading right here, any man that tell you to make a covenant with a nation that have always hated you, put you in slavery, brother, they are wicked men according to the Most High. You understand? Because we ain't, so even though we in slavery, you know what I'm saying, we got to pay tribute to America because we under their rulership. Brothers and sisters, that does not mean we got to give them our soul. And you give them your soul when you take on their religion. And when you take on their beliefs, guess where you're gonna end up at? In the abortion clinic, wiping out your people, and you don't even know it. You don't even know that you wiping out your entire race. You don't understand that, man. You don't understand it because of these leaders that's telling you to join these people. And that's what Martin Luther King did. That's why we go out on the streets and say, may that nigga turn over in his grave. We telling the same thing we said about MLK is what we telling you about Jesse Jackson. May that nigga turn over in his grave for what he did for black people. It's because of him, millions of babies didn't die because of his stance on abortions, and you want this nigga to be, you want him to be celebrated? Read.
Khan. So like,
was that it?
Allah, sir. Let us go and make a covenant with the heathen.
Let us go do what?
Make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us.
You see that? Yeah, and that right there is an abomination, and it is a sin. You know what I'm saying? For you to go and make a covenant with the heathen. And that's the reason why it ain't never worked.
Right.
Like that whole, y'all talking about the civil rights movement and affirmative action and all that. The white, they took that. They took affirmative action. Donald Trump just took away the civil rights bill. All that's gone. Why are all these things gone? Because it was never nothing that you was gonna ever receive anyway.
Right.
They signed a civil rights bill in 1964. Then they came up with laws to put the black man out the home. Then they came up with laws to told your woman she can go kill your baby. Then they came up with laws, you know what I'm saying, that say homosexuality used to be a mental illness. Now, you know what I'm saying, it's acceptable. And then you want to know why is so many of our young children in that homosexual lifestyle, because they use the Christian church to push that agenda on us as a people. Right. This place right here is totally diabolical, man. Y'all looking at Jeffrey Epstein like he was the only big head white mad scientist Frankenstein cat running around. You think he was the only sexual deviant and diabolical white man with some power? Damn near the whole empire is full of diabolical men with some power. So why in the hell? And these civil rights leaders, Jesse Jackson and all that, they be knowing behind closed doors how diabolical these white people are, because their whole life is about joining white people. Man, they don't love their own people. Right. They hate the sight of you, but they want to join white people.
That's right.
And so they know what they be doing behind closed doors, and then we'll get up there and be telling us, let's join these people. Let's come. He came up with the whole Rainbow Push Coalition. The whole Rainbow Push Coalition is about all nations coming together, when that is a Babylonian concept that will never ever work, man.
Right.
Ever.
Right.
Where we at?
That's it on that, sir.
Where we going next?
Well, I want to thank you all and welcome you to the White House on this very special occasion. It is indeed. I've been at every one of them, and we celebrate the 100th anniversary of Black History Month. That's a big deal.
As we celebrate this special day in not only Black history, but American history. This year that we've been here, under President Trump, the Lord has been so gracious to us, and he's been faithful, and the president has been a tremendous leader.
We are living under the administration of the greatest president in our lifetime.
As you look out upon this sea of Black Americans, this president hears you. This president cares for you.
Happy Black History Month, happy Black History Year, and happy Black History Century. Thank you all.
Good. Nice. All right, Kazak, you got the helm. You got the helm, Mark.
Man, listen. 100 years of Black History Month, and what do we have to show for it besides Uncle Tom niggas in the White House showing all 32 of their teeth?
Right.
We are an embarrassment. We are an embarrassment. There's no way in hell, no other nation of people who have went through what we have went through would be sitting in the White House smiling to the slave master like that. And this is proof that, again, we are the people in the Bible, because the Lord talked about us being utterly destroyed without knowing our heritage, without knowing our lineage, our culture, who we really are, and we would serve our enemies. And no Black people in there. I mean, if you want to know how we were able to be enslaved for so long and be underneath the white man, that's why. Those Black people in that room is exactly why. You want to know why you don't hear about the slave rebellions that happened and why they failed so almost all the time? Those Black people in that room. That spirit right there is why we are still underneath our oppressor's boot. So like
Right.
Give it up. How long?
Yeah, come, man, Cap. I just want to say, it takes a different type of man to stand in front of Donald Trump and pretend that he does not hate Black people.
Right.
Like they in there, like Kazak said, with all 32 teeth, smiling in front of, probably the biggest Klan member in the country, and pretending like he loved Black people.
Right.
Like that's either cowardice, extreme cowardice, or just a severe mental illness. One of the two.
It'd be a combination of both, Lamar.
Well, I think about when I saw that video is the scripture where it says that we just lie down and let them walk all over us. You understand? That's the point. Like we don't even have the guts to even look up to see the wrongdoings that's happening. We just lay down and accept whatever nonsense they throw into our face.
Yeah.
And just like they were smiling and looking and kissing their babies in the face. Like that had to have been staged.
Yeah.
You understand?
I mean, you went there if I could get there. Give him out the other hand, because he right on point. Like what you saying right there. These are paid actors. You get my point? It's a ton of black people, man, and all you got to do is just promise them, you know what I'm saying, some money, and they'll get up there and act like they love Donald Trump. Margaret Singer just said all she's looking for, you got to have a black face.
Right.
Like they standing up there doing that to deceive black people even more. You understand? You see other because we move like sheep. That's why the Lord called us the lost sheep, because sheep all move in the same direction. We have heavy influence on each other. What you see one of us do, we all do it. So when you see black people get up there, you know what I'm saying, and be like they love Donald Trump, man, these cats was just given a check to get up there and go do that.
Right.
You understand? But once again, the intelligent of us, you know what I'm saying, know better than that. At this point, it's a ton of us that's woke. You know what I'm saying? But those brothers and sisters that's woke, we got to start using our voice. You know what I'm saying, against this type of madness. Y'all done?
If I could just piggyback on what you're saying, what was so heavy out of one is the fact that we as a black community, we ain't realized, like, you know what I'm saying, we selling ourselves out for nothing. And in the Bible, it says that, you know what I'm saying, our people have sold themselves out for naught. You know,
that's what it says. You have sold yourself for naught.
Right.
And then the scriptures say, man, so y'all got to know that. I hate to keep pulling these goddamn scriptures. I don't want to, because I teach class on Wednesday. We can go over all the scriptures in the world, but what you saying was just so heavy. You know what you done? I'm sorry.
No, do your thing.
You understand? Go ahead, Lamar.
Carl, if I may, like, I don't know if can the people see the video right here real quick while it's paused? Like, if you like what we talking about, how staged it is. Like, you look at this picture, look at his phone right here. That's your home screen. He's not recording a damn thing. You understand? Like, they trying to say, "Oh, we're recording this great event." He's on his home screen.
Yeah,
he ain't recording a damn thing.
Like y'all wanted, like who this sister is and where she came from. She got paid to get up there and go do that. You understand? Like at the time where, you know, white supremacy is coming down on black and brown people, like something you could not believe. This sister get up there and do what she did.
Yeah, nice.
You know what I'm saying? Goes to show you, man, a ton of us, man, will just open up our behind for white supremacy, you know what I'm saying, at all costs.
God.
You understand? You got it, my
Slight, so not yet.
So you say you should be redeemed without money.
Oh, kind of what kind?
That's all. Just what you need. Any more? Go ahead, y'all down.
It's like it also, you know what I'm saying, my yard got on like the perfect shirt too.
I would on purpose.
Judas got a bag. All money ain't good money. You know what I'm saying? We gotta understand that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Slack Cat, if I can say something about this video,
please.
Hey, it's so fitting that he's celebrating 100 years of Black history, as he said. You know what I mean? And got all these, you know what I'm saying, brothers and sisters up there shuffling their feet. You know what I mean? And during that, also he shouted out Jesse Jackson, called him a great guy, and he knew him personally. You know what I mean?
I bet he did.
And it's only fitting because that is the spirit of Dr. King and all them civil rights leaders, because all of them were paid actors to come up and disrupt the freedom and equality and movement that was coming up amongst the slaves. You know what I mean?
Real talk. Y'all gonna make me want to call for that video with Malcolm X broke down that whole thing about the big six. I think we in line for that. I'm about to see if we can find. We probably ain't gonna get to nothing else tonight. Don't look like it, you know. What I'm
Jesse
saying?
Jackson
We might have to run this back.
I got that scripture, sir.
Yeah, this there. See if y'all can find that video where Malcolm X spoke about the big six. You know what I'm saying? And Martin Luther King. Go ahead, Maya.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 52, and verse 3.
Come on.
For thus saith the Lord, ye have sold yourselves for naught.
You had did what?
Sold yourselves for naught.
Right, like the Lord said, you didn't sold. You didn't. That's what a sellout is. You know what I'm saying? So a person that will go against their morals for money. And the Lord said, you have sold yourself for naught. Not meaning nothing. You understand? We didn't join America all in regards of, you know what I'm saying, trying to get money, get to a bag. And the Lord is trying to tell you that ain't going to benefit you. You know, you done sold yourself for nothing. You get my point? Keep reading.
Colonel McCon, and ye shall be redeemed without money.
You shall be what?
Redeemed without money.
A lot of y'all think because you in there, you know, paying tithes, you know what I'm saying, and the preacher in there telling you what's 1,000 plus 1,000, right? And lock the doors, you know what I'm saying. You believe that you're gonna pay your way into the kingdom of heaven. The Lord ain't merchandise. I got bad news for you. That ain't gonna work. That's what the part mean when you read that last part again.
Colonel McCon,
come on.
And ye shall be redeemed without money.
You're gonna be redeemed without money, meaning the Lord is gonna redeem us because of us turning back to him by keeping his laws, statutes, and commandments.
That's right.
That's how we gonna be redeemed. Us being redeemed ain't got nothing to do, you know what I'm saying, with no money. You understand? You cannot turn the Lord into merchandise. You know, you think you can because that's what you've been taught in that church. And that's the reason why, you know what I'm saying, you will get up there and act like you love Donald Trump.
Right.
You'll move out the way, you know what I'm saying, when they want to assassinate Martin Luther King, you know, you would do anything. You will dribble a basketball and football for white supremacy. Then when they tell you you can't take a knee, you ain't gonna take no knee.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Why you ain't gonna take no knee? Because them NFL players don't want to lose what? That money. That means you didn't sold yourself for naught. You get my point? And I got bad news for you. Them days of selling yourself for naught are over.
Right.
The Lord is calling back these tribes, man. And when he call you back, it's your duty to come back and serve the Most High in sincerity, man.
Right,
and it ain't got nothing to do with no money. That prosperity pimping that they've been doing, you know what I'm saying, is not of the Lord. Any more on that?
A lot.
You can drop that. You know what I'm saying? Where we at? Y'all found the Malcolm X joint? Play that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The actual speech is just the picture.
Okay.
It just you just hear the. It ain't him. You know what I'm saying? Doing the joint, huh?
I thought it was a video.
No. Listen to what I'm saying.
My bad, sir.
I didn't see any of the joint. Yeah, go ahead, play that.
By the same white man. He take a Negro, so-called Negro, and make him prominent, build him up, publicize him, make him a celebrity, and then he becomes a spokesman for Negro and a Negro leader. I would like to just mention one thing else quickly, and that is the method that the white man uses, how the white man uses these big guns or Negro leaders against the Black Revolution. They are not a part of the Black Revolution. They're used against the Black Revolution. When Martin Luther King failed to desegregate Albany, Georgia, the civil rights struggle in America reached its low point. King became bankrupt almost as a leader. Plus, even financially, the Southern Christian Leadership Conference was in financial trouble. Plus, it was in trouble, period, with the people when they failed to desegregate Albany, Georgia. Other Negro civil rights leaders of so-called national stature became fallen idols. As they became fallen idols, began to lose their prestige and influence, local Negro leaders began to stir up the masses. In Cambridge, Maryland, Gloria Richardson. In Danville, Virginia, and other parts of the country, local leaders began to stir up our people at the grassroots level. This was never done by these Negroes whom you recognize.
And if I could stop it right there, it's so heavy what he said about the local leaders, because now them local leaders, you know what I'm saying, are all in the IHBK under Commander Jenny Yohana. You know what I'm saying? We got a school in every goddamn city.
You know what I'm saying? These are the leaders that you supposed to be following, not these cats in these church and these politicians. They are not. He said it. They are not for a black revolution at all.
Right.
Ramon, you gonna say something? No, keep playing.
National stature. They controlled you, but they never incited you or excited you. They controlled you. They contained you. They kept you on the plantation. As soon as King failed,
let you stop right there. What you think Jesse been doing the whole time he was alive? You know, what the hell you think, you know what I'm saying, Martin Luther King did? He kicked Martin Luther King, said it out his own mouth, I integrated my people into a burning house. You get my point? Like, these are the men that have kept you on the plantation, man. Meaning this, they the ones that have kept you thinking like a slave.
Right.
And only a slave, you know what I'm saying, is going to think that his route out of slavery is loving the slave master more and more and more. One day, this white man is going to love us, man. You give him John 3:16, God so loved the world. You understand that that's a person who has a slave mentality when he relying like a puppy. You know what I'm saying? He rolling over, he running, he doing everything he can to try to please, you know what I'm saying, his master, and to his master rub him on his head, and then he down, and the dog say he loved me. That's how white people been treating us here in America. When if you want to be free, the first part of being free, black and brown people, is by separating your mind from white supremacy. And the way that you separate your mind from white supremacy is know that one day these people got to be judged for what they done to you, man. You rob the Lord of judging them. The Lord can't even bring judgment on America or bring judgment on white supremacy because you're joined to these people. Like, they got to pay for 100 million black people being killed during this. I ain't even talking about here in America. We got the real records, man. They try to tell you 4 million, 8 million, 12 million people died coming over here on slave ships. We got the real records, man. They killed 100 million of your people from the 1600s all the way into the 1800s on slave ships. Do you know how many people, you talking about the abortion clinic, do you know how many people was thrown overboard to where the sharks still follow the same route to this day? Right. And you think that God is going to forget about that? You think the Lord going to forget about slavery itself once we made it over here? The way that they treated these people. Now you trying to say God ain't just. God is all about justice, man. You should know God about justice because the Israelites disobeyed the Lord, and the Lord said in Deuteronomy that he was going to put us in slavery, and he did. But he also said the people that put you in slavery, he shall judge those people as well. So let America get judged. Let white people get that judgment, man. And the way that you let them get their judgment is not having the same mind that they have.
Right.
You have the mind of white supremacy when you believe killing your baby is okay. You have the mind of white supremacy when you believe that being a lesbian is okay.
Right.
A man going up the rectum of another man is okay.
Right.
You are sick people because you follow a sick religion and you follow a sick man.
That's right.
That's this the reason why we so jammed up. You know what I'm saying? By taking on the beliefs of these give them back they white God. Give white Jesus back to them, man. White Jesus ain't no real thing. Because of course we can go in the Bible and show you that Jesus Christ was a nigga from the tribe of Judah. Now I know that's hard to accept.
Oh, God.
Even in good times, she kept that picture on the wall for as long as she could. You see what I'm saying? But then she took it down and had to put white Jesus back up on the wall, even though the scriptures say his skin is like bronze and his hair is like. Y'all were done?
Like it, sir. I'll just read this post real quick out of what this brother, man, like, you know what I'm saying, he made a post about Jesse. He said Jesse is one of the reasons of the downfall of black people, right?
Mm-hmm.
And look, this is one of the responses that he got from this post. The truth is subjective, but regardless of the point, how you feel, he's no longer with us. Regardless of the differences, he's still from our people, and that's the truth. So the brother responds. He says he still helped steer our people in a bad direction. The brother responds to him, I have no opinion on the brother, on what the brother did or did not do. The movement was before our time, but the timing is critical. Is my point. The soil, let the soil harden before getting the shovel.
Break it down, please.
This brother don't realize, like, it's critical right now, you know what I'm saying, why people is so-called mourning this man and propping him up, you know what I'm saying, it's critical right now that we address this story about his legacy and what he leave behind. Right now. Not waiting until he get all his praise, then weeks after, you know what I'm saying, we come, you know what I'm saying, and show all the things that he did. And it's like right now, while they praising him, he needs to be revealed for what he left on this earth.
Damn right.
And that's what we're doing tonight.
Damn right. Give it up. Go ahead, my y'all.
Hey, Sluggy Cap, if I could, when I first moved back here from Philly back to Chicago, I was talking to a sister on my block, and she was going through some problems with her landlord. You know what I mean? She had a slumlord. She withheld the rent. He was trying to kick out. So everybody told her, go to Operation Push. Go to Push for some help. Go to Jesse Jackson for some help. So she went there, got counseling. They told her all these wonderful things that they could do to her. Sister, you came to the right place. What they doing is wrong. We can help. All you got to do is this and this and that and the third and blah, 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 blah. And she got excited. And then they asked the sister for like a $2,000 donation for their services. She's like, well, damn, if I had $2,000, I wouldn't be in the situation I'm in now. You know what I mean? Yeah, right. She was like, I ain't got that. And then they said they went from like 2,000 to 1,800, 1,500, 1,200. You know what I mean? And then it was like, well, what can you give? She said, I probably better do like, $100 or $200 at most. They said, we can't help you.
Wow. That's cold-blooded. Finish playing that tape.
Birmingham. Negroes took to the streets. King got out and went out to California to a big rally and raised about, I don't know how many thousands of dollars. Come to Detroit and had a march and raised some more thousands of dollars. And recall, right after that, Wilkins attacked King, accused King and the Corps of starting trouble everywhere and then making the NAACP get him out of jail and spend a lot of money. And then he accused King and Corps of raising all the money and not paying it back. This happened. I got it in documented evidence in the newspaper. Roy started attacking King and King started attacking Roy and Farmer started attacking both of them. And as these Negroes of national stature begin to attack each other, they begin to lose their control of the Negro masses. And Negroes was out there in the streets. They was talking about, we're going to march on Washington. By the way, and right at that time, Birmingham had exploded, and the Negroes in Birmingham, remember, they also exploded. They began to stab the crackers in the back and buzz them upside the head. Yes, they did. That's when Kennedy sent in the troops down.
That's the part that they don't show you in the video. They always show you, you know what I'm saying, on the video, where the black people being sprayed with holes. You know what I'm saying, during that time. But what they didn't show you, you know what I'm saying, is how these black people down there had just totally exploded against white people, man. That's what he's trying to explain to you in the video. Like, black people at that time was ready, you know what I'm saying, for a real revolution in this country. Now, I ain't saying it was the right thing to do, but I'm telling you, you know what I'm saying, that was the vibe of the people. But of course, he gonna break it down. I don't even want to do it. Keep talking. Go ahead.
Birmingham. So, and right after that, Kennedy got on the television and said, this is a moral issue. That's when he said he's gonna put out a civil rights bill. And when he mentioned civil rights bill and the Southern crackers started talking about they were gonna boycott it or filibuster it, then the Negroes started talking about what? We're gonna march on Washington, march on the Senate, march on the White House, march on the Congress, and tie it up. Bring it to a halt. Don't let the government proceed. They even said they was going to go out to the airport and lay down on the runway and don't let no airplanes land. I'm telling you what they said. That was revolution. That was revolution. That was the black revolution. It was the grassroots out there in the street. Scared the white man to death. scared the white power structure in Washington, D.C. to death. I was there. When they found out that this black steamroller was going to come down on the Capitol, they called in Wilkins. They called in Randolph. They called in these national Negro leaders that you respect and told them, call it off. Kennedy said, look, y'all letting this thing go too far. And old Tom said, boss, I can't stop it because I didn't start it.
Let it keep playing.
I'm telling you what they said. They said, I'm not even in it, much less at the head of it. They said, these Negroes are doing things on their own. They're running ahead of us. And that old shrewd fox, he said, well, if you all aren't in it, I'll put you in it. I'll put you at the head of it. I'll endorse it. I'll welcome it.
Like again, all these cats he named, these cats' name is just Uncle Tom names. Like himself, Rudolph and all this. You make my nose so bright. Like these cats out here is like these the cats, you know what I'm saying, that y'all talking about was the civil rights leaders that helped black people. Right. This is you understand? Oh man, boy, we in the jam. Go keep playing it out.
I'll help it. I'll join it. A matter of hours went by. They had a meeting at the Carlisle Hotel in New York City. The Carlisle Hotel is owned by the Kennedy family. That's the hotel Kennedy spent the night at 2 nights ago. Belongs to his family. A philanthropic society headed by a white man named Stephen Currier called all the top civil rights leaders together at the Carlisle Hotel and told them that by you all fighting each other, you're destroying the civil rights movement. And since you're fighting over money from white liberals, let us set up what's known as the Council for United Civil Rights Leadership. Let's form this council, and all the civil rights organizations will belong to it. And we'll use it for fundraising purposes. Let me show you how tricky the white man is. And as soon as they got it formed, they elected Whitney Young as the chairman. And who you think became the co-chairman? Stephen Currier, the white man. A millionaire. Powell was talking about it down at the Cobo today. This is what he was talking about. Powell knows it happened. Randolph knows it happened. Wilkins knows it happened. King knows it happened. Every one of that so-called Big Six. They know what happened. Once they formed it with the white man over it, he promised them and gave them $800,000 to split up between the Big Six, and told them that after the march was over, they'd give them $700,000 more. $1.5 million split up between leaders that you've been following, going to jail for, crying crocodile tears for, and they've nothing but Frank James and Jesse James and brothers. Soon as they got the setup organized, the white men made available to them top public relations experts. Opened the news media across the country at their disposal. And then they began to project these Big Six as the leaders of the march. Originally, they weren't even in the march. You was talking this march talk on Hastings Street. Is Hastings Street?
Man, you can stop it right there, man. It's a heavy video too long. You know what I'm saying? We probably play it at the end of the show. You know what I'm saying? But man, you know what I'm saying? Like what he was bringing out was heavy. You know what I'm saying? All these leaders that you didn't look, and Jesse fall in line with these cats here. He's a man, you know what I'm saying, that received money, you know what I'm saying, from these devils to deceive you. And that's what he did. And brother, his name, you know what I'm saying, should not be put, you know what I'm saying, into the light of a positive legacy at all.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? No, you can't gain power as a people by, you know what I'm saying, putting men who sold you out and making them great men after their death, like Yaradan was saying. That's the worst thing that you can do. That's why it's important that you live a righteous life while you on earth. That's right. So people can build off of your legacy. Christ, you know what I'm saying? He no longer here. The ISUBK is built off the legacy that Christ left. What is the legacy that Christ left? Love thy brother as thyself. That's right. You know what I'm saying? Right. Love the Most High with all of our heart and our mind and our soul, according to what the Bible said. That's right. And loving the Most High ain't just saying out your mouth how much you love God. It's about doing what he say, man. That's right. It's not being the sinner and definitely not joining your oppressor. You know what I'm saying? So, man, it's been one hell of a show, man. We reaching the 10:30 mark. You know what I'm saying? We had a ton of the stories we did not make it to, but nevertheless, man, it's been one, hell of a podcast. I want to thank Officer Kazak Iman for joining us tonight. You know what I'm saying? Kazak, you got any closing words, brother?
Man, just I know we played that video of Malcolm X. Malcolm X didn't have the answer either. Islam was not the answer either.
Damn right.
Captain Malcolm was saying you're gonna have to get in with the local leaders, the real revolutionaries like our King Christ, the ISUBK under Commander General Yohanan. So if you're watching this and you're looking for what to do now, and if you really was affected and hurt by Jesse Jackson dying and all these civil rights leaders dying, and you looking for what to do now, get in with these leaders in the ISUPK, with these camp leaders under Commander General Yohanan, and the Water 2 Cap. And all the brothers on the show for having me on. It's always an honor. The water, sir.
Right. Always, man, I want to give it up to my amazing hosts that rock it out with me every week. To my right, Officer Lamar Yala and the announcers, brother.
Con. As always, make sure you go like, follow, share, subscribe to all Roundtable of Truth social media pages. You know, Real Nigga University. Tomorrow, we will be at Maywood Black Expo tomorrow, being I believe vendors, right?
That's it.
Yeah, to say tomorrow. So if you want to come catch us out there, just Google on your addresses or the addresses, type in Maywood Black Expo out here in Illinois.
Big shout out to them too for allowing us to be vendors. We appreciate that.
And then make sure to catch this coming Sunday at 10 a.m. sharp. You understand? Kamal Kwa will be live on Sharpen the Sword Radio with Captain of 10,000, the Galgabar. Okay. You understand? Make sure to tune in. You understand? And get the real knowledge that they always be doing. You know, the work don't stop out here in the Midwest. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You understand? Then, of course, next coming Saturday, February 28th, we have right here in the UPK Chicago School, the Black History in the Bible event. You understand? We'll be, going over the real Black history because it's February and the so-called 100th month of Black history, or 100th year of Black history.
Right.
You understand? From noon to 3 p.m. Yep. You understand? Come catch us here at that time. And then at 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock, Officer 5000 Ra'im will be doing a class on Black history.
Damn right.
You understand?
Hey, listen, I just want to say something on that. There's no way that you can appreciate, celebrate Black history, you know what I'm saying, without the Bible.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The Bible is the foundation for Black history. So if you're going to acknowledge history, you know what I'm saying, then you got to acknowledge the Bible. You understand? Because that is the foundation of who we are as a people, and that can no longer be ignored. We've been told that we was everything in the earth. You know what I'm saying? We never been told who we were. You know what I'm saying? And you dealing with a people, man, that got thousands of years of history. Once again, it ain't even about Black History Month for us. Right. You know what I'm saying? You never let your oppressor, you know what I'm saying, have you celebrate your history for a month. What the hell is that? Nobody really, that shows you that, you know what I'm saying, that you're in slavery when a man can tell you, you know what I'm saying, what month you can acknowledge your history. Right. When Black people got thousands of years of history. That's right. But the most important history, you know what I'm saying, for us is who we were before we arrived on slave ships. That's right. What history and what legacy do we come from? If y'all come to this event on the 28th, you're going to find that out. We're going to show you and prove to you without a shadow of a doubt that the Bible is real Black history.
Right. And last but not least, make sure to get ready because it's coming up real soon. You understand? The Lord's 57th annual Passover. That's right. April 4th. You understand? Make sure we're going to get it in as always. You always got to show up because the Roundtable of Truth, we kicking it off right after the kickoff. You understand? With Officer 5000 Kazak. You understand? Roundtable of Truth will be up there with Cross the Line Radio and Let a Hebrew Speak. You understand? April 1st. So definitely you can't miss that one. That's going to be one of the heaviest hitting podcasts that exists.
Man, listen, Jenny and Hannah, he kicking the first day off with a hell of a banger. You understand? The first day, you know what I'm saying? They're going to be slaughtering lambs. They're going to be riding on horse. What do you say? All going to be going on the first day? Ride on horses.
Line dancing.
Line dancing.
Barbecue.
Damn, y'all done wore me out on the first day. You know what I'm saying? We got, get me right, because that's right. We got Friday, we got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. You got 5 days of blacks and Hispanic. Nobody party better than we do. And we talking about 5 days where it ain't gonna be one argument or fight. Right. Because if it is an argument or fight, you get a first class ticket back home. Right. You know, General Muhammad, he gonna tell you in a couple of weeks if you come down there thinking that this is the time, if you're a woman thinking that, oh, this is the time for me to show out in front of my husband and bring all my emotional problems, you gonna be on the first class on Sprint. You ain't even getting on the top end. You getting back on Sprint. Or Amtrak, even Detroit, throw it back on the train. Like, this ain't the place for you to come with all your emotions, because black people, we so emotional because of all we went through that we used to using the white man's holidays to express our emotions for all the pain we went through. And that's why so many fights on Thanksgiving and families is fighting on Christmas and all that. And for you brothers and sisters that's in the truth or just coming into the truth, you try to bring that same vibe into the truth, thinking that the Passover is the place where you're gonna come perform. Right. Where you're gonna come sit in a huddle of sisters and cry crocodile tears so they can feel sorry and say, girl, what's wrong? Or some brother drink all the liquor in the world and think that he now gonna cry in front of. This is not the place for that. Don't I'm telling you now, before General Muhammad, he gonna tell you anyway in a couple weeks. Don't come down here with that, or you going home. Right. This Passover is not about you.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? This right here is about Christ.
That's right.
You understand? This is about a brother that gave his life for us. Therefore, you come down there and you behave.
That's right.
And if you got any problems, you know what I'm saying, you take care of that before you get down there, or you wait till after it's over. Right. You know what I'm saying? But that's again what religion teach you. Religion teach you that everything is all about you. That's why we don't celebrate birthdays. Right. Because we ain't about, you know what I'm saying, making a person a damn God, and everything is about them. And life ain't about you. When you born into the earth, yeah, you born into a body and you're an individual, but the things that you do affect other people. That's why you born in the body of people, because it ain't about just you. Right. You got to learn to put people before you put your learn to be selfless and not selfish.
Right.
All right. Go ahead, Lamar.
Con. Lastly but not least, make sure to pay your $200 Passover fee. You understand? It's $200 per person per adult, 17 and above.
Damn right. Right. Give it up. Is that it, Lamar? All right. Also, man, too, I want to give it up to Officer Yaradan. Any announcements, please?
Any more that sir? Yeah, if I could, sir. You know what I'm saying? Pay your tithes to ISUPK.com. Pay your tithes to ISUPK.com. 10% of everything you own. You read about it in Malachi 3 and 10. You know what I'm saying? You bring your tithes to the storehouse, man, so we can put in this work for our people. That's really concerned about the people, not the Christian church. You know what I'm saying? The ISUPK under Commander General Hunter is really doing the work of the Lord.
That's right. Listen, you taking all them tithes to the church, you know what I'm saying, and they robbing you. You know, a storehouse, you know what I'm saying? A storehouse is meant for when the time of trouble come, you know what I'm saying? You got something stored up to take care of you when trouble come. Right. And we telling you right now, when the third world war is hit, Iran and America, China, Russia, that they ain't got them battleships in that water for play. They not shooting a movie. Okay, this is real life. And if they actually go to war,
that means your life in America is going to change. And if your life in America is going to change, you're going to need real leaders that prepare you for famine, that prepare you when you need shelter, that prepare you, you know what I'm saying, when white supremacy turned their back on you like they did to black people during the time of Hurricane Katrina. You was supposed to learn from that. They took all black people, threw them in the damn Superdome, and then left them for dead. And white supremacy got plans of leaving blacks and Hispanic people. They gonna leave your butt behind for dead. You ain't learned that yet.
Right.
When are you gonna stop bumping your damn head against bumping your head against the truth and realize that the lives we done lived in this place have been a total lie? You understand? Wake the hell up, man. That's why the brother telling you to pay tithes to the real priest, because Commander Johnny Hunter, when you pay him tithes, he gonna have something in the storehouse. You understand? Because he understand that winter is coming. And when I say winter, I mean trouble is coming. Them preachers, you giving them money, they going to buy jets, planes, expensive watches, shoes, and all that stuff there. Things that don't mean anything, man. Things that don't hold no weight. Them suits that they buy, them suits gonna get old. You know what I'm saying? And all that. You know what I'm saying? But the truth will never get old. You know what I'm saying? The truth don't rot like clothes rot and not silver rot and all these different things here. So you better be careful in what you're doing, man, because in a minute, you ain't going to be able to go out on the street corners and see us out there teaching. You ain't going to even be able to turn on the internet and see us teaching. All that's going to be over. You know what I'm saying? So now is the time, more than ever, to get in the truth and stop playing. Put down that damn weed. Half of y'all ain't in the truth because you serving the damn plant.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The damn weed control your life, control when you eat, control when you have sex, control when you take a dump on the damn toilet. Damn. You a human being. You mean to tell me a damn plant that come out the ground is more stronger than your soul and your spirit? I don't believe that. You know what I'm saying? I know that blacks and Hispanics, we stronger than that. We are the Lord's chosen people. There's not another people on the face of the earth that can fuck with us.
That's right.
And nothing. We got all the inventions in the world. You understand? We the most beautiful people in the world. And man, goddamn it, the one thing that we missing is the morality. We take the morality, you know what I'm saying, which is keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. Man, we gonna take over the entire earth like we meant to be. If you ever wonder why black people always referring to themselves as kings and queens and all that, because we are people of royalty. That's what the name Israel means, for he is a prince of a power. Now, we don't know what exactly kingdom we come from or what royal, but we know that we royalty. We just don't have the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? But the ISUBK, we got the knowledge of who we are. So, man, come get down. You ever done?
Right, sir.
Also, you know what I'm saying, the Friday, the week of the Passover, April 3rd, you know what I'm saying, you got the black party coming up. You know what I'm saying? Prepare your babysitting arrangements. You know what I'm saying? Reach out to myself. You know what I'm saying? You can see the flyer online. You know what I'm saying? Reach out to myself to take care of your babysitting arrangement. Also, if you want to sign up to be a babysitter, hit that same number that's on the flyer that's circulating around Facebook right now. You know what I'm saying? For the babysitting for the black party. You know what I'm saying? That's all I got, sir.
Damn right. Give it up. Give it up. Also, 201, give it up to Officer Iowa Lum in the announcement.
Yeah, come. So just to your point, you know, brothers that's watching the podcast right now, you might be smoking weed, you might be high and saying to yourself, I'm gonna wait to the perfect time to come in, or once I get right, that's when I'm gonna join the brothers.
That's it.
It'll never be a perfect time. But a perfect time would be February 28th. When we got open house here at the school with the Black History Month event.
That's it.
Come to the school, you know what I mean?
And
get down.
And it's free of charge. Did we put it on Eventbrite yet?
It's on Eventbrite.
We don't give out also my y'all a hand put on. This is free. We gonna have, you know, so we're gonna have food and all that. You ain't gonna be able to smoke no weed when you're in here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna be able to pop no holes in it. If you women come in, dress appropriately.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Learn how to cover up your breasts and cover up your behind to the best of your ability.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Some of you sisters, you can't cover it up because it's just too much back there. You know what I'm saying? But you got to at least make an attempt. Some of you sisters just don't even make an attempt. You just you know. But go ahead.
Yeah, Kev, I was just saying, don't wait till it's too late to come into the school.
Yo, you ain't no good, man. He likes when I talk about all these different things. Go ahead.
Yeah, that was it on that cap.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, this there. Also, we got to give it up to Officer Mayad. Any announcement?
Honorable Khan, sir. As our alum said, you know what I'm saying, tickets for this very special, you know what I'm saying, one of a kind interactive Black History event down here at the school, February 28th. Go on Eventbrite, you know what I'm saying, the ISUPK Chicago on Eventbrite, and get your tickets now. Tickets are free. You know what I mean? Free tickets. We got ample parking, so make sure y'all come down so you can really learn Black history from Egypt to America. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
Also, you know what I mean? Wherever you are in the world, go to isupk.com and find a local school in your area, because the ISUPK is not a local organization. We are international. You know what I mean? We are all over the entire earth.
Thank the Most High.
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
We got classes Monday through Friday from 7 to 9, and then every Saturday, you know what I'm saying, all across the globe, we got the Sabbath service. You know what I mean? Well, we go through the scriptures from Genesis to Revelations. We give you the ancient Hebrew, you know what I'm saying, the Lashon Kodash, the holy tongue, the separate tongue, which are our original language. You know what I mean? We give you an English translation. Then we give you a proper scripture breakdown. So not only can you understand the Bible, but you can understand real Black history.
Man, listen,
You know
y'all
what I
come
mean?
to that Sabbath service, you're gonna see some brothers up there, you know what I'm saying, reading and teaching in the ancient Hebrew.
Damn right.
That's gonna blow your mind.
Mhm.
You want to know if we teach speak Hebrew? Yeah, we teach it. You know, we do it on the Sabbath service.
Right.
A lot of y'all want us to come out on the street corners and get to speaking Hebrew right there, where nobody can understand.
Right.
Like some of y'all be coming up with the dumbest arguments in the world. Do y'all speak Hebrew? Why y'all ain't y'all Israelite? But y'all ain't speaking. Man, if we was speaking who would understand us? The people will be out there be like, what language they speak? Man, some of y'all just dumb, man. Damn. Moving on. You done, Priest?
So also coming up, you know what I'm saying, on Monday, March the 2nd and Tuesday, March the 3rd, we got the Feast of Purim.
Oh, yeah, that's
You
right.
know what
That's
I'm
right.
saying?
That's right.
Also find, you know, wherever you are in the world, find the ISUPK, come celebrate the Feast of Purim. And like I said, I got to keep quoting Officer Warrior when he said it, sir. It was so spectacular. Well, you know, Feast of Purim, we are celebrating, you know what I'm saying, the sister Esther, you know what I'm saying, where she actually, instead of trying to lift weights and put on pants and dominate over men, she actually helped save our nation using her femininity.
Damn right.
You know what I mean?
Damn right. Give it up. Also, too, man, I want to give it up to my technical team. Give Officer Ramawan a hand.
That's right.
Officer Raj Karab. And it seemed like they didn't swindle, you know what I'm saying, Officer Rakami Allo on there into the team. He's a part of the technical team staff. He don't even know it, you know.
Right.
Pour some oil on his head. Also, we got Officer Mariah Ali, who been controlling the whole thing on Bigo. Captain Marquardt, under Commander Jenny Hanna. There's been a round table exclusive. With that, we out. Shalom.